I don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the sauce with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof, like I him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star like another city, the driver's side flag, wish I could large, so many more, 10 in the more, never a bar, 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the P, nothing to you, but it's something to me, handsome as ever, and cute as could be, you can watch us on YouTube with view for free. This one time for the Twitch, this one time for the text, this one time for the phone line, whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody! Morning!
Join a glorious day after a nice Monday Night Football Jets loss.
Haven't seen you in a while, buddy.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's been a while.
I know.
Hello.
Hello.
Froggy, how are you?
Blessed, alive after the fight I went through.
Yeah, I know. We always get made fun of for doing traffic talk in the first segment, but it was a doozy today.
I left my house I was going to leave early so I could go get a little
snacky poo?
Little snack.
Mm.
So I left my house at about 8:20, 8:15.
I like that wind thing is that like a hoodie, a windbreaker? What is that?
It cuts.
You look like you're about to dial up the blitz for your defense.
Yeah. Can I just tell you?
Coordinator.
I was so cold. And now you know how these places work outside the stadium, like just outside the stadium or in the stadium. You just buy the shirt.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try that on. So I was trying on stuff and walking out to see.
Give a little licky-loo.
Cut that cold. It was freezing.
The craziest place I saw with the gift shop was at Live. They put up that
They got a whole tent.
Whole world going on over there, dude.
Yep.
Oh, man. Let us get to headlines brought to us by Doral Hyundai. At Doral Hyundai, choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory, like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. What's going on over there, Froggy?
I had to unscrew a Glade plug-in. That's the best smelling this studio has been. And
wow.
I got to just wave my hand.
So she gave you a couple of little... I gave you a couple of spritzes for opening it?
I stole them.
So here's the deal.
Monday Night Football, the Bills beat the Jets 23-20.
Here, and I love the way people will say, they had a lot of opportunities, and
it was a rough game to watch.
It was
a lot of penalties.
It was a long game because of all the damn penalties.
Yeah, very annoying.
But as far as like once you played football, it was a decent game. And my problem is that, you know what? When you get in the red zone and you don't score touchdowns and you lose because you don't score touchdowns, maybe you weren't good enough to score down there. Maybe they were better, right? Like they're making it sound like, oh, we were doing what we wanted to do. We were just screwing it up. No, the other team over there is playing too.
Sure.
So I hate the fact that Aaron Rodgers threw old boy under the bus, who was not cutting in. If he would have broken, he would have ran to the other receiver.
It looked like Aaron Rodgers threw a duck.
He threw a duck. And so, yeah. But I don't know how much of a golden opportunity that was, because you think about this. You gave up, 160 yards rushing?
149.
149. That's
149. I mean, it was a pretty even game offensively.
Right?
But like, listen.
Again, and look, let's keep it real. Josh Allen tried to give it to you too.
For sure.
With that old, where's the ball? So it was, look, every week you line up to play a football game. You don't know how that football game's going to go, right? It could be high scoring. It could be low scoring. It could be penalty ridden. Find a way to win it. The fact that you didn't find a way to win it means you're not good enough. And so I don't want to hear, oh, we let one slip. You know what's letting one slip?
They keep letting one slip.
You know what's letting one slip? The Canes last year when they didn't take a knee for Georgia Tech. That's letting one slip, right? Where clearly you had the game won. At no point in time did the Jets say we had the game won and we made a mistake. No.
Yeah, like, look, the Jets, I'm sure, like, they could do a lot of talking to themselves and be like, well, we lost, one-score games the last 3 games. 2 of them, if we have a field goal kicker, we're winning. But
look,
that's the league, dude. Like, I don't know.
Wait, they were kicking. Did you? Come on, man. No kicker kicks like that, where the ball goes up in the air and makes a left-hand turn. That I've seen it there in the old stadium, but they used to have a tunnel, and they would always say, "Oh, they opened up the tunnel for that." But these balls are not kicked bad. Their wind is just crazy in that stadium.
Yeah, and you should know that. Like, don't rely on it.
Right.
You
So
know?
if you don't want to rely on the kicker, just like what I tell you about Chan, if we didn't want to rely on the kicker, we should have scored a touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers after the game, because he threw a pick.
He threw a duck.
Mike Williams.
Surprised JFig didn't try to kill it.
Mike. We'll have to ask her whenever she gets here.
No.
Nope. What are we thinking today, boys?
It was rough today.
Rough.
12?
But here's the deal.
I think I'm going 16.
You do realize we come from a totally opposite direction.
Yep.
And it should have no bearing on her traffic.
No, the thing is, like, whatever the bearing of traffic is, first of all, like, it's not an everyday adventure. And second of all, it's like,
yeah, get up a little earlier.
Or yeah, just try some new stuff. I don't know. I'm going 16 today. What about you?
16.
What'd you say? You said 12?
I said 12.
You think she's going to be here in 2 minutes?
Yes, and she has had enough of us. So she's been trying, and as opposed
What do you mean she's had enough of us?
Because we constantly say stuff, right? Which
Then she still never
No,
come to you for a test.
She's had enough of us.
She said, wait, when you have enough of somebody,
formulating-
hold on.
Yeah.
When you have enough of somebody, you come on time
Fair.
to shut them up.
Right.
You don't come later. We were in single digits a month ago.
Like, I'm drawing my own opinions here, and I think because
Oh.
of that,
Just got the boop.
that means she hears us on the radio.
Excuse me. And in all caps.
Okay.
In all caps. Nasty traffic.
Wow.
But Jennifer,
With that being
we know, dude. We know there's nasty traffic. It's like it dawns on her every day.
Hey, she talks about how bad the traffic is getting from down there.
All right, so I'll change it to 19.
Well, okay,
No,
now that we
Nasty
have
traffic. If she's got time to text, that means she's not moving.
No, she's not moving. She's at
25.
20.
Wow.
We're gonna break a new
That's
show
a new
record.
That's a new record.
New show record.
I'm going 18.
Okay.
All right.
You probably said right to me,
I
huh?
did.
All right, good for you. Here's Aaron Rodgers after the game. This is him on his game-sealing interception, and this is what he had to say.
2 verticals, Allen's down the seam, Mike's down the red line. So I'm looking at Allen. He puts his hand up, 3 guys go with him, so I'm throwing a no-look to the red line. And when I just peek my eyes back there, he's running an inbreaker. So it's got to be down the red line. I was throwing it to the red line, but when I got to about here, I realized he was running an inbreaker, so I had to kind of adjust it a little bit. But the play is 2 guys vertical, 1 guy down the seam, 1 guy on the red line.
That is no, because if anything, and here's where it gets tricky. If anything, he was breaking out, like running a corner. Okay. So he wasn't breaking in. The other thing is, if you had just chucked it down the field, down the red line, and it was incomplete because you threw it down the red line, I would agree. You never got it there. You never got it there. He was 5 yards past the ball where it landed.
I thought that was a bad look because I feel like, yeah, he had a bad, what looked like an old man pass. And mind you, he did the Hail Mary thing that, he pulls out of his pocket every other season.
But it was like he was at midfield.
Yeah.
So it was a 50-yard pass.
This
He didn't
was,
chuck it.
I understand, but this is one of those things where it's like, man, you really feel like you threw that dude under the bus because you had a pop gun arm on that one.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Jets Raiders working to complete trade of Davante Adams.
All right. Well,
and guess what? What that's going to mean? Now he can underthrow 2 guys.
Yeah, exactly. So they're probably going to trade Mike Williams to the Raiders,
right? But here's the deal: like he has guys he can depend on. Lazard, who's like that's his go-to guy.
Mm-hmm.
He throws a lot of stuff to the backs. But that pass right there, when it was thrown, what did you say? Uh-oh, it ain't getting there.
No.
Right. You didn't say, uh-oh, wrong route. That didn't look like an uh-oh, wrong route pass.
No, it didn't.
That looked like, uh-oh, I ain't got enough arm.
Yeah. And I think that's an embarrassing thing for him to say.
Right. But that's okay.
Because he's supposed to have the arm. He's supposed to have the chooch.
Here's what I've learned. Here's what I've learned.
Was it the right Achilles that he hurt?
What?
Which Achilles did he hurt?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Here's the deal.
Why are you looking at his push-off?
And all the times I've been around sports.
It looked a little funky. I'm not going to lie.
And all the time I've been around sports, here's how it works. The guy who's untouchable takes the heat.
Oh,
wow, 13.
Well, not wow. Well, not wow, 13. I mean, still 13.
Well, I mean, so you understand what I'm saying? The guy who can take, so if Tua gets up there, Tua would say, I made a bad throw.
Of course.
He would take it from the guy who would probably get a lot of heat.
Sure.
Right?
Like the Robbie Chosen. We all know. Who's that dude that we had for a week? DeBose.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Right. That ran just like, yeah. But Tua took it because, I'm going to be here. The fact that Aaron threw somebody else under the bus.
Bad look.
That's a bad look, even if he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Even if he's right, it's a bad look because that guy could lose his job.
For sure.
You're not going to lose your job, so you eat it.
Not only that, it looks like he got his bell rung pretty badly on that because that dude like scooped up over him, knocked him right in the head. And the guy's like, now I don't know if that's like one of those, maybe you're feeling the injury a little bit more because of what just happened, but it didn't look like it felt good on
my
him.
Ribs did hurt a lot more when I fumbled. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh man. So there you go. That was Monday Night Football last night. We'll continue to make fun of the Jets today. I'm sure whenever he goes on Rat McAfee today, he was the wrong way, Aaron.
No. Wait, look, here's the problem. We used to have this problem during games because the coach would go to the offensive line and ask them what happened. They said, and here's the deal. If you screwed up and didn't block your guy or you got beat, we can continue running this play. You just have to be better. If there's something else going on, right, then we got to change up and do something different. Every time you go to the offensive lineman, they come up with these schemes that the defense is doing as to why they missed their guy. But that's short-lived. You know why? Because the next day we watch film. And everybody's sitting there watching film, remembering what this guy said was going on. And then some coach will say, just got beat, huh? Right? And so, like, it's counterproductive.
Here's the deets on the trade that's going to get finalized later today. Ian Rapoport, he says Raiders are completing a trade to star wide receiver Davante Adams to the Jets. Back with his good friend Aaron Rodgers. Las Vegas moves on. The Raiders wanted a second-round pick for their star wide receiver. If he performs and he's capable, they'll get it. My understanding is the conditions are based on individual performance. It is a conditional third-rounder going to the Raiders that can become a second-rounder. And then Adam Schefter adds that the Raiders will not pay a dime of Davante Adams' remaining salary. The Jets will take the balance.
Well, that's the key right there.
Which is definitely one.
Well, basically, most teams should have probably tried to get the old Osweiler deal. Take this contract and a first rounder. That's what Cleveland did. But I don't know, man. Yeah, you think that's gonna matter? Like, okay, if Davante Adams was running that route, would it have been different?
No, I don't think so.
Exactly.
I don't think so. Like,
exactly.
I mean, like, look, he didn't have a statistically bad game up until that point. You know, it was just a bad, like, and that's the thing that's been, I think, frustrating is like if you're a Jets fan, you have Aaron Rodgers. He's supposed to lead you to these game-winning drives, and it's coming up short, man.
So my question is he said he's supposed to be on the red line. So I chucked it down the red line. But where the ball landed, he was already past that. So what did it matter?
He's claiming that like he saw him screwing up and he adjusted it mid-throw. And I think what happened was you just didn't get enough on it. It's me. I don't know.
Listen,
he looked a little weird when he released it.
Question. I'm telling you right now, if he would have threw that ball to the red line, the receiver can adjust. That's the greatest thing. People don't understand. They go, oh, he threw it in stride. No, the receiver's adjusting his speed, his angle, or whatever. So that's why when they say Tua can throw it to open areas and stuff like that, it's give and take a little bit. It's maybe not exactly where it's supposed to go, but the receiver's adjusting, the quarterback's throwing it to an open area. They work together. That ball, I don't care who was playing wide receiver, had no chance of being caught by a New York Jet. None.
Championship series last night. The Mets beat the Dodgers.
Oh! So last night, I'm doing what I'm doing, watching football.
Mhm.
My dad calls. I'm like, what? I say, what's up, Pops? He say, did you see the snake in the dugout? The Dodgers, they had a snake in the dugout.
California.
Right. I'm like,
That's usually a
wait,
Spurs move.
I said, wait, no, it was in their home
I
dugout.
believe it.
And so he goes, man, I think I done seen everything. I said, what happened? Some guy just threw a towel over it and just picked it up. He said it was a nice size too. I can't believe he went on for 30 minutes over this snake in the dugout.
I didn't see it.
No, I got to try to find it now.
I didn't see that. But the Mets, they win 7-3. That series tied at 1 apiece. Yankees, they take game 1 of the ALCS. And Giancarlo Stanton, he went deep for all the Marlins fans who want to do that to themselves.
Now the 0-1 is hit in the air to left center.
Didn't have to play
It
that.
is high. It is far. Oh, it is gone. A Stantonian home run.
Anthony Rizzo is back in the lineup, Marco. So you're excited that he was able to focus even with the Brown struggles.
That's what I'm saying, baby. Sometimes you got to take your mind off things.
Oh, my goodness. It was a grass snake.
Let me see.
No way. Shout out to ESPN for this headline. Swing and a hiss.
You would still freak out if it was a grass snake, Leroy.
Look,
I would.
Snake in my boot.
Look.
There's a snake in my glove.
Oh, yeah, that's a baby snake.
Yeah.
Baby.
Didn't you have a baby snake in your backyard and you freaked out?
Oh, no, I made Mel get that. No, because I have a rule. You know how you have the little boxes you keep outside or whatever?
What box?
Where you put toys or tools or whatever.
okay.
There's
Like a
the big
storage
boxes.
box?
Yeah.
Huh?
Like a storage box?
Yeah. So I always say, buy the one with a bottom on it,
Mhm.
right? Don't get the one you just sit on the ground.
Mm-mm.
We get one with a bottom. My wife bought one without a bottom. I say, hey, when you go up in there and there's some critters, you dealing with it. She goes, there's not going to be any. Okay. And then I sent the picture to Tobin. What is this? And you know him. It's poisonous. Back away. It's poisonous.
Better safe than sorry.
Right. So it's like, so she's like, oh no, it ain't nothing but I say, okay, I'm out. Go ahead. I'm out. I'm done with yard work. And then another one of my buddies said, oh, if you saw it, when you go back, it's gonna be gone.
That's the worst part.
Right, because you don't know where it went.
Exactly.
But it was gone. We never saw it again.
Finally, locally, Panthers, they whoop Boston's ass again. 4-3. Anton Lundell, he had a huge pair. Sam Reinhart, also a huge pair. Sergei Bobrovsky, he was massive. They couldn't get past him when it mattered. Cats right back
Any
at it.
fights?
What? Were there fights? That's all they think about when they play the Panthers.
They don't think about hockey.
It's like the Panthers are fighting 5 toddlers out there.
Right. But and Kachuk didn't even play, right?
No.
Right. So
No. And then
Who's gonna
AJ Greer, who's been here for 2 seconds, he's done is whoop Bruins asses since he's become a Panther. He's like, I got this, boys. I got this. Don't worry. But they're freaking out. The Panthers are so rent-free in the Bruins' head. It's ridiculous.
Right.
And even like the Boston media yesterday, I was like listening to the press sessions afterwards. They're like, how you guys in their head so much? I don't get it. And the Panthers aren't giving them the answers they want. Come on, tell us what you're doing. Well, what are you doing? They're beside them. They can't figure out the Panthers. Can't do it.
They're still trying to fight off last season's
They're-
fights.
They're just getting so angry over the smallest of things.
Oh,
And-
Marchand and
right.
Pasternak, they're all just they got this this McAvoy who's just a dum-dum. You know, he's basically like Julian Hill on skates, just penalty after penalty. You know, it's ridiculous what's going on with them. The Cats wrap up their road trip tonight against the Blue Jackets at 7. You can hear that game on AM 790. And then we got Heat preseason action tonight against the Spurs. Tip-off at the Calais Center is at 7:30. You can hear that on 560 WQAM. Wembenyama likely to play tonight. So we will see
Windsock.
little Wemby.
You going?
Yes. Yes.
Glad to be
I
glad to be going back to.
am.
All right.
I am. Especially, I'll tell you what, that new Jumbotron.
I mean,
Magnifique.
I would hope the Jumbotron doesn't take away from what's going on the court.
Kind of does, though. It's like
No,
one
no,
of those
no,
things
no.
you're like distracted.
You know if your team's winning or losing.
I'm telling
That's
you.
what I'm talking about.
Take a break. Back after this. Wembenyama pulls up for 3. Brick. Hey, take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins are back at it, although they're off today. Classic day of the team being off on a Tuesday. They take on the Colts this week. Shane Steichen.
Somebody said, hey, they should be practicing it. Tuesday's official NFL day.
The day off.
Unless you play on Thursday.
Right.
Or maybe even a Saturday. I'm not sure. But Tuesday is official day off. And believe me when I tell you, it sucks having a Tuesday off.
Yeah, what are you doing on a
Nothing.
Tuesday? It's a terrible day.
You can just go out and watch Monday Night Football and sleep in. And if you're hurt or you're injured, you got to come in and get treatment all day. So
yeah, well, you're not working the rest of the week, though.
Huh?
You're not really working the rest of the week.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like you're half-ass working. What are you doing? You on a treadmill underwater?
Yeah, Tehran.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
If you hurt?
That's exactly what I said.
If you're hurt?
Different schedule. Like, it's different.
No, well, I didn't have, see, I was from the old school of rehab. And our trainers thought, especially when I was in Minnesota, if we work him hard enough, he'll want to practice.
Yeah. Rub some dirt on it.
That was the attitude.
Rub some dirt on it, dude. Yeah. That's what era you grew up in and played
Isn't that funny? What, Davante Adams' hammy is all of a sudden better?
It's crazy.
It's crazy how
good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him. Happy for him. Happy that all of a sudden he is healed.
Yeah.
Mike McDaniel. You know, the Dolphins have had some penalty issues.
The whole league has. Let's not just put it on one team. But last night's game,
it was bad.
A lot of laundry.
It was bad.
And
but,
a lot of the BS calls.
Here was McDaniel on how they're going to get that fixed.
To me, I was very happy with our practice. You know, I thought we got better again before we played the Patriots, and my expectation is that we have a collective understanding of how that got better, not to be confused with what we want or our desired result, but there was no magic fairy dust that got that better. Our operation and our communication was better because we put the work in at that. And so my expectation is to see all of my teammates double down on that and to improve upon what we improved upon.
No.
What? No.
Magic fairy
dust.
No.
No. Anybody just tell me right now.
Yep.
Jennifer, what was the question?
I don't know.
Like when Mike McDaniel sometimes gets done talking, I'm more everybody's on the other side saying, what did we ask him? What's the follow-up to that?
Just words. There is no follow-up. Yeah. He spoke yesterday. One answer was 6 straight minutes.
No way.
I'm not lying.
What was the question?
No, I believe it.
Did you see the new did you watch the new season of whatever? It don't matter what the question
is. It was like, you know, you guys are I thought he sounded like a lunatic.
But here's the problem. And here's why I just make fun of him. I don't get mad at him. We can all see what some of these issues are. And it's player related. But he ain't going there. So he goes around it. Right? And so I appreciate that. And I'm more than sure the players appreciate that. That's not what's happening behind closed doors. He doesn't have to beat around the bush. He can just be direct and straightforward.
He said, you mentioned the quarter poll here. Most teams are 2-3, 3-2. First of all, is the bye week at a good time so you guys can sit back and realize, okay, things haven't gotten great in the first stretch, but everything is still in front of us that we want. And dude, look at. I'm just gonna show you. Come here. Just look at the transcript on the answer, on how long this answer was. This is his words. Look at this.
How many are there?
Just
it's gotta be.
They cut those out of the transcript.
Oh my god.
Why? Not accurate.
So if you listen to it live, it's even longer.
Like it's great. I was like, what? Here's part of that answer on the 2 and 3. You know,
I think the biggest thing is that there's some teams that are maybe have 0, 1, or 2 losses, that in the NFL you can get lulled to sleep in terms of you can get comfortable. You can be like, all right, we're winning some games, and you can lose the most important, absolute, without non-negotiable, is you have to be playing your best football at the end of the year for you to like the results of the end of the year.
Really?
Here's what a normal coach would say that didn't overthink it. Oh, it's the so here's what happens. Here's what another coach, if you ask him the same question, would say. We're in no position to take any team lightly because there's about 15 teams that are in the same position we're in.
Yeah.
Nobody separated themselves except for 2 or 3 teams in the whole entire NFL. So that means every week is going to be a dogfight.
Yeah, but he says all the words.
Right, without actually saying what I just said.
All the words. And I'm just like, maybe he was just revved up because he hasn't talked to anybody.
Oh, so he had some pent up.
I don't know. But
I'm just
every
saying,
answer yesterday was like
no matter
so long.
No matter what.
Longer than usual.
No matter what you ask him. I think in his mind, right, he's trying to accomplish more than just the question.
Doesn't his mouth get tired?
No.
I can understand.
You know, when his mouth takes a break when he goes,
Does it?
Yeah.
What's that, Froggy?
Leroy, you said that he tries to not blame the players, which makes sense. He's defending his own team.
Right.
There's a cut here that says 2.5 minutes on Joe Flacco. How can you potentially talk about Joe Flacco for 2.5?
Who's not even playing, by the way. He didn't know, they didn't know that at the time, but 2.5 minutes on Joe Flacco.
But that's it. They didn't know. But here's what's
because I don't know where to stop it. I'm like, where does the thought begin and where does it end?
Here's the amazing thing about Joe Flacco, and it's the same thing I said to you last year. Everybody loves Joe Flacco. He makes plays, but then you look at his numbers, and they're meh.
Joe Flacco's mom doesn't have 2.5 uninterrupted minutes of thoughts on Joe Flacco.
Doesn't he have a lot of kids too?
I don't think he has a lot of kids, but I remember in one season,
he got like 3 kids. He got 3 kids and his son and his kids.
Tyreek.
No, his son when it was Dolphins Jets before the Dolphins. It was Mike McDaniel's first year. His son was wearing a Tyreek Hill jersey, and he was starting for the Jets. He goes, "It's the cheetah."
like that.
2.5 minutes.
Flacco's done a very good job, like he has the last couple years, of being, the art of being a good backup quarterback is there's a laundry list of things. One of those things is how much can your offense not miss a beat, so to speak, or how much can your offense adjust around a different, quarterback. And I think to Joe's credit, he's I think he's won two games this year doing exactly what the team needs him to do, which is orchestrate the offense, be able to handle all the different motions and keep the offense on schedule, and then make the plays that the guys that are in there with a starting quarterback, what they've learned how to make plays on, within that offense with a different guy at helm. So I think he's done a very good job of executing what is one of the more difficult things in the National Football League, and that's to be one of 22 players, or if you want to do special teams, 33 players on the field that are starters, that you allow the other 32 sometimes to help win the game by being a professional, knowing when you have to make your plays and when you leave it up to maybe the ball carrier
I know
or a
these
check down. So
I know these.
he's I interviewed him coming out when he was coming out of Delaware, and they get a fist pump for Delaware.
From Delaware.
Didn't expect that. Sorry, threw me off. My cadence.
Get this guy.
That's what I'm talking about. Some Delaware love.
Delaware.
So and happy to see him continue his career as he's done it.
Who we
and
talking
his
about
opportunities
again?
in Indy.
Delaware?
What was the question?
How's Joe Flacco, who's not even playing?
That was
Yeah.
30 seconds. I actually cut it off.
That was not 30
because
seconds.
It just
That's a
feels like
lie.
longer when he talks.
Hey, can I just say I know what he's doing.
Do you think like
You
one
know,
of the,
I'm telling you what he's doing. He's going, if I make these questions and these answers long enough, these dudes will stop asking me questions.
No, I don't think it is Leroy. I think he genuinely just doesn't shut up. More questions came.
You
Then
think,
longer answers.
you think me and him can have a talk off?
I think he beat you, dude.
Huh?
No, Leroy.
I think you would.
I've only been- I've only been- wait,
I'm
I'ma say this. I've only been beaten by one guy. And guess who that guy was?
I know who it is, but you let everybody know.
Lee Trevino.
What?
Oh.
No, I thought it was Jax.
I thought it was
No,
Jax.
Jack's give me a run from. We just go back
Jack's a
and
good
forth.
sparring partner.
Yeah, good sparring partner. So I played in this event in New Jersey. We played every year. It was an NFL Cadillac thing, and you get paired with a pro, and you have a cut and you keep going. So this Friday, I'm paired with Lee Trevino, and we were in the locker room, and the other players were making bets with the pros
Mhm.
who was going to talk more. Right now, I was at a disadvantage, so I should have got some points for this reason. I was out of my element, right? Like when you do something that you're not accustomed to doing, you're already a little nervous, and the talking part of it doesn't come natural. Lee Trevino talked. The round of golf was 4.5, 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
He only stopped talking to swing his golf club. So all the way up
Gotta
until
focus.
the time where he got on, hit the ball, then back to his conversation.
Gotta focus.
And I was looking at him going, I said, Lee, I never thought I'd say this before. But if this was the Super Bowl, you have just won the
MVP.
And they like,
But can we just think about the ridiculousness of he spoke for 2.5 uninterrupted minutes on Joe Flacco and then had the audacity to end it with somebody fist pumping Delaware threw me off my cadence.
My whole cadence.
So I was rolling.
Yeah.
And you guys ruined it because you love Delaware.
going from a McDaniel story to a Leroy story is radio waterboarding.
Take a break. Back after this.
This hour of
All right, welcome back.
Got a day.
Tobin and Leroy. WQAM is supporting Neighbors for Neighbors and their Hurricane Milton relief effort. If you'd like to donate goods, including tarps, generators, yard waste bags, and canned goods, please drop them off at Global Empowerment Mission Headquarters in Doral. For more info on how you can help, go to WQAM.com. And thank you for your support. Leroy, can you get a weather update from the Mesman and Dover law firm, your accidentattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right. Nice weather. Cool. Oh, what a lovely morning. Had to put a little something on the sleeve. You know, old guys get cold quicker.
The old do get cold.
It's just like a haze. Like it's cloudy, but it's not. It doesn't look like threatening clouds, except way over there. Like those clouds over there. But other than that, it looks pretty good. It was sunny as hell by my house. So I don't know what this is. It'll probably just wear off. I'm just guessing. There's not going to be any rain today. The winds are coming out of the east. Nothing's moving. So I'm going to say it's 5 miles an hour or less, right? And it's right around 80 degrees. What a lovely day. Oh, great morning. This is why you live in South Florida. Not the last 2 or 3 weeks, but this weather right here is why you live in South Florida.
Isn't there like a storm coming?
When is there not?
I don't know. There's a tropical storm.
Dude, why
forming.
Do you even pay attention? Somebody said it in passing and you go, ooh, storm.
I think she's right. I think there actually is a storm brewing.
What is it called? This starts with is it Nadine?
I don't know.
Something like that, right?
I thought it was a dude's name.
Oh no.
Yeah, the latest headline says I don't know, I could be reading this wrong. Invest 9-4L become tropical storm or Hurricane Nadine.
Nah, see? Yeah. Nah, I thought it was a guy.
How'd you know like the hurricane that was on deck? Like they have these names?
No, I watched the weather.
I know they're alphabetical, but like
I watched the weather. So I knew that you know what all the names are going to be. They put the names all you can go and see a list of all the named storms.
Yeah, Milton, Nadine, then just keeps going. Like
I think it's a dude's name.
There was a
That's how much I paid attention. I saw storm and I'm like, ugh, negative.
I think it was a dude's
Can't
name.
deal with it. Speaking of the Hurricanes, by the way, they announced next week the FSU game will be a 7 p.m. kickoff.
Why?
What do you mean?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Huh?
Rivalry game. That's
okay.
They'll get some tuna. I mean, I know the Noles stink, but I'll do it in a primetime spot.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, is that the best option? That's why they're doing it? Because like Florida State seems
it's not the ABC game. I'm not sure what the ABC
Florida State seems to me like they need to be
banished.
1 o'clock.
No, I'm with you.
12 o'clock. As Robbie would say, with Happy Nooner.
That's what we have this week. We have Sleepy Nooner.
Sleepy Nooner.
Sleepy Nooner.
Sleepy Nooner.
Let's see. That week, Texas Vanderbilt is that week. That's been kind of juicy, but I don't know who.
Wait, this Texas? Who just No, that last week was the big week. Texas, Oklahoma, Oregon, Ohio State.
I don't know. There's a lot of TBD. So
wait, Texas plays. When does Texas play Georgia? Next week.
Does Texas play Georgia?
Yes.
This week? No, Texas play. Well, let's see. Who do they play this week? Texas plays Georgia this week.
Yeah. Okay. So that's 1 versus what? 4?
1 versus 5. Yeah.
5. Man. So the way that Alabama lost, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shouldn't Georgia drop also? Right? Because they lost to Alabama. And
I think it was because of Ohio State. That's why. And then Penn State went up. So your top 4 right now is Texas, Oregon, Penn State, Ohio State, Georgia, and then Canes.
I don't want to call my guy out.
Who?
Juice. Why? OJ. But your team. I mean, we watch Penn State, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're there. You get what you get. But you're there not because you're winning, but because everybody else is losing.
You know you're going to get cracked in a couple of weeks against Ohio State?
See, here's the deal. I can't just discredit them because I've seen Ohio State lose. But I think they're going to, if it's a high scoring game, Penn State loses. If they can keep it in the trenches and run the football and play action, then they have a chance of winning. But they can't just they don't have the, I don't think they have the horses that Ohio State has to just be wide open. And that's what Oregon does. Oregon kind of makes you, cover the whole field and all over the place.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it looks like based on the schedule for the rest of, not this week, but next week, they're still determining based on what happens this week as to what's going to be the ABC game.
Right.
But they were just like, we for sure want the Canes at that ESPN game, just because you want the Canes in a rivalry game in that prime time spot. Like,
right.
So
yeah,
they're not going to be on the big boy, but they'll be the feature ESPN game.
Right.
Hard Rock Stadium on the 26th. Of course, this week, Canes got a sleepy nooner against Louisville. They're a very challenging game. And yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting test for the Canes.
This is their toughest game.
Arguable.
Arguable. To date.
Yes, to date. I would agree with that. Yes.
This is their toughest game. And the fact that the last two games have been nail biters, mean you got some work to do.
For sure.
And I'm just telling you right now, if this game is close, don't be shocked because Louisville is pretty good. Louisville has had some success. Now, didn't they lose the last couple of weeks?
They won last
week.
Were
ranked. They were ranked, and then
but they I think beat Virginia last week.
Okay.
So they got back in the win column. But yeah, they lost to Notre Dame. They lost to SMU. Bounced back last week. They've beaten Georgia Tech.
Is SMU ranked?
SMU is not currently ranked, I don't believe.
Okay,
but Rhett Lashley is they have had some they have been putting up a lot of points.
Hey, why can't we just cheat like Michigan?
They are 21. 21, excuse me. They are 21 now.
Yeah.
Who?
SMU.
You're right.
Yeah.
21. I thought they were ranked. 21. So that actually, I mean, they beat up Louisville pretty good, didn't they?
34-27.
Oh, okay, no, that's
they put a point. They smoked FSU.
That's
smoked FSU. They put up 66 on TCU.
Wow.
They lost.
That's unheard of, right? Remember TCU used to be that school that played in the mud. Everything was physical. Man, 66. Wow.
Yep. And their only losses to BYU. They lost 18-15 to BYU.
So I just hope.
Who I think is BYU. They were putting this up because they put up strength of schedule. The interesting thing is the analytics have the Canes with the second hardest schedule so far.
Oh.
Interestingly enough. Yeah, they threw that up on game day this past week. BYU had the number one strength of schedule, and the Canes were number two. Yep.
Wow. Why wouldn't it be somebody in the Big Ten or the SEC?
I don't know.
But here's what I hate. I'm going to tell you the one thing I just despise about the rankings. Every year, they put 10 teams of the SEC in the rankings. And then they play each other, and then they try to boost themselves up saying, oh, they played this ranked team or this ranked team or this ranked team. Then at the end of the year, it's 3 or 4 SEC schools that are even ranked. So you shouldn't get credit because some clown put a school in your conference that you have to play and rank them. Because a lot of those teams don't end up being ranked. That's what sucks about the whole SEC thing. Like, yeah, you know what? They had, 4 teams in the top 10 when the season started? Now they got Alabama, they have Georgia, they have Ole Miss.
In the top 10?
Yeah, Ole Miss.
They got Texas.
So they got 4 teams in the top 10.
Texas, Georgia, Alabama, LSU.
LSU and LSU beat Ole Miss.
Yeah, Ole Miss is not.
Okay, so it was between.
But it is 4 teams.
I thought Ole Miss beat LSU. I'm sorry.
Ohio, and then the Big Ten has, where's Iowa? Says Iowa stay in the Big Ten?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Iowa also has 4 teams.
Do you mean the Big Ten? In the
Big
top 10?
Yes.
Who's in? We got Penn
Oregon,
State.
Penn State.
Oregon, Penn State.
Ohio State.
Iowa State.
Iowa State. I just asked you, is Iowa State in the Big Ten?
No, okay. I thought you said it was Iowa. No, Iowa is. Iowa State.
I don't know where
not.
anybody is anymore.
Iowa State is not.
Big 12.
All right, so we got 3. So, but still,
And then 2 ACC teams, Clemson's 10, and the Canes are 6.
Okay.
Although the Clemson, they want to sue. So
who wants to sue?
Clemson. They're trying to sue to get out. So
because they want to try to do it without using any of their own money.
Well, they should just talk to their number one NIL and ask him
Yeah.
to win the lawsuit for them.
Baby Jesus. NIL, baby Jesus.
We believe it's our legal right based on our NIL that we are out of the ACC. That's what we believe.
Yep. Okay.
We built this program on NIL. We really did. It's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness.
Thank you, Dabo. Take a break. Back up to this. Tua, Tonga Vailoa, not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Right. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua.
My fancy is tickled.
It's our Tua.
Juicy.
Tua. Can go to hell. Tonga Vailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Hour Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
I told you guys we were coming back. I don't know why you came over here. Two of the Bruins, ladies and gentlemen. Wow!
Welcome back to Tobin and Leroy. It is 11:09, which means
Zach out here acting like he's the size of Maurice Jones-Drew.
No, dude, he's built like a tomato.
I don't like that.
He is.
I don't like that.
wow.
No, Maurice Jones-Drew is built like a tomato.
I don't like that.
You know the guy that's. What do you think? Hold on. What do you think an athlete who's 5'8", 215 gonna look like when he's 40?
I don't know if he's 5'8".
Okay, 200 plus. What do you think that's gonna look like when you're 40?
I don't know. You know, some guys lose weight.
Okay,
some guys
no.
don't. I don't know.
2 words. Eric Bieniemy.
That's not nice.
It is what it is.
What?
It is what it is. That's what those little thick running backs look like when they get older.
Oh, man. Let's get to headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai miles in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Miami Dolphins off today as they are getting ready for the Indianapolis Colts. Anthony Richardson is expected to get the start at QB.
Now, are you here? Things that I hate about football that I've always been torn with. Coaches want to win. Organizations want to win. But they don't want to, they don't want to do the thing that brings question to their organization. So, for example, everybody said, if Richardson's healthy, he's playing. But they just went on a run, and they've had more success offensively than they've had when Richardson was a quarterback.
I understand.
So why change?
You know why.
You know who didn't change?
Who?
Bill Belichick.
He didn't change when?
When Bledsoe got hurt and Tom Brady took over.
That's fair.
Because we're winning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think everybody would understand that. But why are coaches afraid to do that? Especially with a young quarterback.
I think it's more so like the other way. Like if a young quarterback was on fire, they always feel like they could go and lean back to the vet. I think it's tougher if you're like, all right, well, let's just have the vet go out there. Because I feel like if Anthony Richardson is healthy and you have Joe Flacco out there winging it, and you're like, all right, so what are we doing with our first round pick here?
It's all about winning. You ride the wave. Because guess what?
Bless you.
If Richardson goes out there and lay an egg and you're a fan of Indianapolis, are you going to be upset? Or are you going to say, they had to put the young kid in there?
I don't think that he hasn't been like a McCorkle, though. He hasn't been like a Zach Wilson. I don't think he's stunk up the joint. He's mostly been injured. That's mostly been his issue. Like that's it. This isn't a guy. I don't think the Colts fan looks at Anthony Richardson and thinks,
no, nobody's saying he's terrible.
It's
Not
mostly
saying
been,
that.
it's mostly his biggest issue has been durability.
Okay. But if you switch and go back and your offense is not performing as well.
Yep.
Is it fair to blame the coach and the organization and go, why would you change?
They just lost to the Jaguars, dude.
Huh?
They did just lose to the Jaguars.
Okay. All right, I got you.
Ruined my parlay.
I'm just saying, like it's not like I understand Joe Flacco's putting up them numbies, but it's not.
That's just it. And I told you this last year.
Numbies.
Everybody, it was praising Joe Flacco with the Cleveland Browns. And I get it. He had 13 touchdowns and 8 picks.
Mm-hmm.
That's middle of the road.
He lets it rip.
He lets it rip. So, like, I don't know. I think I don't know how you go about it, right? I don't know what you do.
I got to be honest with you. If I'm Shane Steichen, and I look and I'm like, and this is how you should probably. Dolphins are coming to town, dude. Let's get a young kid a softball.
Do we call him Shy?
I don't think they call him that.
Shy?
I don't think they call him that.
Shane Steichen?
Shane Steichen.
Dude, he has to have a nickname. There's no way to go, hey, Coach Steichen. Like, what are we doing?
Steich.
No. No. Sounds too German.
Shano?
Huh?
Call him Shano.
Shano.
Hey, Coach Shane.
I know somebody's calling him Shay Shay. Just because.
Shay Shay, though. He's not Shay Shay.
I know. That's what I said. I said that in the first time.
Steichen.
Wow. Man.
I feel like I sound like Sean Connery. Shane
That's
Steichen.
what I'm saying. That's what you were like let's get the coach of the Shane.
No, but you don't think like they're like, if he was, like, let's say it was like.
Here's what I love about you.
What?
Here's what I love about you. I just told you.
Yep.
You got 15 teams that are between 2-3, 3-3, 1-3 that are still feel like they're in the thick of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just said to me, hey, I'd go with the young kid because, the Dolphins are in town. Like, I'm like, you think they got it like that?
I think they do have it like that.
Really?
I think that they're looking at the Dolphins being like,
and we're not looking at them like, oh, let's go get this.
I don't think we should.
What? Why should they?
I don't know.
Like, that's what I'm saying. There's
But
so many.
Here's what I mean. Okay,
you
so
gotta win. Okay, so you need to make sure.
I'll give you an
win.
example. Okay,
go ahead.
So here's their next 4 games.
Who? Dolphins?
No, the Colts.
Colts. Go.
Okay,
go.
Dolphins at home, on the road in Houston, on the road in Minnesota, hosting the Bills. So if I was going to bring my young kid back, if he was feeling right, all respect, the Dolphins are the stinker out of that group.
Wait, don't they have the same record?
That's who?
What's Indy's record?
They're 3-3.
Okay.
3-3.
Wait, as you would say, don't we have a game in hand?
No.
Yeah.
Do we have a game in hand?
2-3. They're 3-3 with 2-3. Got a game in
The
hand.
Dolphins 2-3 or 2-4.
Game in hand.
Yes,
I used it right.
You did do it right. All right, so the Dolphins have a game in hand.
Okay. So how are they much better?
Dude,
do you understand what you're saying?
I think I've nailed his logic.
Wait, right after I just said to you, there's 15 teams that are like, let's just do what we can to win these games.
I'm sure that Mike McDaniel is probably like, yeah, we can win this game. I think the Dolphins can win this game. But I'm saying if I'm Shane Steichen, ridiculous name. If I'm Steichen,
you know what they call him? Coach.
If I'm Coach Colts and I'm looking at the Dolphins, I'm like, if we're gonna bring him back, we bring him back easy.
But you can look in the mirror and say the same thing about yourself.
I don't know.
Wait. So
nobody does that, though.
Wait, when you look at just how these two teams, how many people you think the Indianapolis Colts are more talented than the Dolphins? You see what I'm saying? Like, yet you're saying they can take these. Hey, it's the Dolphins coming to town. I don't think anybody in the league can do that.
I mean, if they get Jonathan Taylor back too, though, this week, I don't know if they will. He's got a high ankle sprain, but if they do, better than any running back we got.
You think?
Yeah. You don't think so? You go Mostert? Be honest. Be honest, Posh.
Here's what I think. Collectively, the Dolphins lean on their running backs more than they lean on him. But he's one of the best. So that's how I'll go about that. But listen, I can't imagine that an Indianapolis Colt, a coach, or a fan is looking across and going, that's the Dolphins. Let's go get this.
But like the Dolphins barely beat the Jaguars and the
so
Patriots.
What?
Barely.
So what? What is their record? 2-3. Okay. So, like, again, I don't care how
Colts have beaten the Bears and the Steelers.
They've
beaten the Bears and the Steelers. Pretty good wins.
Yeah.
Pretty good wins.
Yeah. Okay.
Just saying.
No,
I'm just saying, like, if I was the coach, if I was striking.
If you know why
and
you
I
could
look at
never
the
be
next
a
4
coach?
games.
You know why you never could be a coach?
What?
Because your pregame speeches would be nothing but silly sauce for movies,
This has
right?
nothing to do with anything.
Yes,
This has nothing to do with anything.
I'm just telling you.
Let's have an honest conversation. If you
now you want to be honest.
if you want to be
Okay, go.
honest, and
Let's
you
be
were to
honest.
look at the next 4 games, and you were to say, when should I bring in the young kid? Oh, the Dolphins are in town at home. That's the obvious game to bring him back. Why would you bring him back on the road against Houston?
Okay, I got you. So, damn, riding the right hand, the hot hand. So, what's more important to you?
Mm-hmm.
Developing your young player or getting wins? Because as a coach, your ass could get fired for playing this stupid game. Agreed. Okay, so you make decision, you change. You.
I'm okay with it. Like, you're obviously going to go back to your number 1 pick. It's so obvious. He doesn't stink. He's been hurt.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You know,
I'm saying that
if it was McCorkle,
they seem to really like. For some reason, players love Joe Flacco.
all of a sudden,
Right. I mean, because look,
the Jets didn't like Joe Flacco. It wasn't that long ago. He was Jets Joe Flacco.
2 years ago.
Wasn't that long ago.
2
His
years
kid was
ago,
rooting.
everybody was doing the meme.
It was like not too long ago. His kid was rooting against him when it was Dolphins Jets. Now all of a sudden he's Joe Cool. What are you looking at me for, Frog Boy?
I mean, the kid was just supporting his favorite player. You can't use
against
that
his father.
Yeah, you can't use
his
that.
father.
Hey, wait a minute. Tommy would be rats off a ship on you. In
No
the
way.
heart. What?
No way. No
What?
way. No way.
What?
No way.
He calls you out of
He
here.
would never root against me.
Wait.
Never.
He's also the same son that said, nobody calls you that.
Nobody. He would never root against me.
Really?
Tyreek's got enough kids to root for
No,
him.
you say,
Just give him my point. You know you want to.
Point for Tobin.
I was going to say it's a family show, but it's a small family.
Woo. That's Tyreek's side family, you know.
Oh, my goodness.
Take a break. Back up this.
This
Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here, 560 WQAM.
You know what's amazing about this song?
What's that, man?
You hear the guy playing the guitar?
Yeah.
Right? He is the same guy playing the guitar in the Pharrell and Daft Punk song.
Get Lucky.
Get Lucky.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Same Niles Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Same guy from that song in the early 70s.
Did they sample that song for Hip Hop Parade too?
Yes, they did.
Sounded very similar.
I think Daft Punk did it.
Wow.
Same. That's why they used him.
You gonna watch the Pharrell Lego movie?
No.
What?
Yeah, it's a Pharrell Lego movie. It's about the music industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Can't say I'm going to.
Well, I feel like
he is
that's
like
right up Leroy's alley.
He
He loves
is
trolls.
I call him like Black Post Malone.
I think that's disrespectful to Pharrell.
No, but I'm just saying from the standpoint of touched a lot of different genres. Like when he first started in music, he was with what's that group?
Neptunes.
Neptunes.
Yep.
They weren't hip hop.
Nope.
Right. They were almost like what? Rock, right?
Like electronic.
Right. And full circle, now he produces, he's done R&B's, like he's touched them all, is what I'm saying.
Love him.
Yeah. One of the best. He's still got the high-pitched 70s singer in him. You know, when everybody was trying to sing like the Bee Gees.
Mark Cuban's on TV right now. You think he's going to whine about the 06 finals?
Oh, there he goes again.
Let me tell you guys about the refs.
All right.
What's up with those glasses that he's got going on right now? What is he, in disguise?
We know it's you, dude.
I know it's you, man. What's going on there? Heat are back in action tonight, by the way. A little preseason action against the San Antonio Spurs.
Wemby.
Vector Wembanyama. Do you think that try out Calais? Where? See what he does against Wembanyama? What about a little slow test today, huh?
We gotta see it.
Let's go for a little test drive, baby. It's preseason. What's the harm? Hey, what's the harm?
No
That's
harm.
What's the harm, baby?
Here. Can I just, this is the perfect time for that. I agree with you. But you can't just look at somebody else's situation and say, what's the harm?
What do you mean?
Because, like, yeah, the harm is you lose. And I'm not saying in this situation, but you say that a lot.
No.
You
hold on. Now you're I just revealed to you yesterday.
You always want to just come on, let's just try it out.
Let's just try it out, baby.
No, you don't have
Little
like
test
these
drive.
coaches and these people run these organizations to be sitting in that position.
I'm
of
not
power
saying it's got to
let's
be.
just try it out.
I think Eric Spoels. It doesn't have to be your everyday car, but just take the golf cart around the neighborhood.
Basketball's a little different, like because your starters don't play the whole game, and so you got to have different combinations of
right.
plays.
I just don't want them getting the scrub. I know that like tomorrow's probably going to be Young Kids Day. I imagine, unless they flip that around. Maybe today's Young Kids Day because they got a back to back. So I know
Who they
there's
play tomorrow.
Hawks.
I would say tomorrow's Young Kids Day.
Yeah, I would guess, but I don't know. I'm not positive.
And I would say, to be honest with you, there's a couple of guys that probably should give me a back-to-back.
Not in the preseason.
Yeah, just
No.
to
These guys are literally showered by the time halftime hits.
So my question is, and I'm a big proponent of this. If you never play a back-to-back game, when you get into the season and have to play a back-to-back game, if your body has never done it, that seems to me like you increase the chances of injury because you haven't figured out. And I know you may have done it in the past, but again, every time you prepare for a season, your body has to go through certain things.
Yeah,
to
but
be
but here's the thing. Don't forget, this wasn't part of the schedule. Like it got rescheduled. It was supposed to be they were supposed to play this last Thursday.
Okay, so it's not a true back-to-back.
Yeah, it's like
All right,
we got to
got
throw
you.
this in there.
I'm just saying.
Other teams just canceled their game. I think I don't know if it was the Spurs or the Pelicans. One of them was supposed to play the Orlando. They just canceled the game.
I'm just saying, like there's certain things you got to go through for every season, right? You can't ask a pitcher in baseball to go from throwing 30 pitches in spring ball to come on, give me 100 pitches.
Yeah, I'm not playing Jimmy in a back-to-back.
Okay.
No need.
Okay. No need.
No need. No Bam either. Bam shouldn't go out there tomorrow either.
You know what you're getting out of those guys. Do you? Do you know what you're getting out of Jimmy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Until you're not.
What does that mean?
Just what I said.
You think it's going to be determined whether or not he plays on a back-to-back against the Hawks?
No, it's not. I'm not saying that.
No need, baby. Just like let it like go out there today. We take on the windsock. Chris Paul's probably going to do some dirty stuff.
It's true.
Remember when Jimmy said
when Chris Paul does it, it's dirty. When other guys do it, you know what it is?
Hmm?
It's veteran
He's
savvy.
a dirty player. He's a dirty player.
Really?
He hits people in the nuts. Remember the time
I mean, is he dirtier than Draymond?
No, nobody's dirtier than Draymond. You mean, but you like,
It's amazing that between Draymond and Clay, they chose to keep Draymond.
Not that crazy.
Were you expecting anything else?
No, I forgot. Forgot my audience.
Saw that the other day. Makes his debut. I mean, it's preseason, dude. What are we even talking about here?
I'm just, I think do you remember the game? I think it was Jimmy's first year. Do you remember when he sent Chris Paul flying because Chris Paul was messing with Duncan Robinson? Sent him flying, dude.
And the most of the league respects Chris Paul too, right?
They respect him, but he's a notorious pain in the ass. Like
That's good. That's not a bad
his
thing.
teammates get sick of him, tired of his act. But everybody thinks he's going to go there with Wembenyama. Wembenyama's going to love it. He's going to throw a ton of lobs to Wembenyama. And, we're all just...
Oh, don't you have to throw lobs while the player's in the paint?
Not for him.
No. Oh, my goodness.
That's right. CP3 bounced the ball off of Duncan.
Right.
That's what it
was. And then Jimmy sent him flying.
Jimmy trucked him.
Trucked him, dude. That was thunder, Chris Paul.
My favorite was when Dunk said, "You're not that guy."
You're not that guy.
That's my favorite. You're not that guy.
Duncan Robinson, this is going to be forever. Whatever Wembenyama turns into, when they do those interviews, down the road,
who's
and
the
they
guy
say,
that...
"Who was your welcome to the NBA moment?" And he's going to be like, Duncan Robinson took my ankles, hooked me.
That's what he's gonna remember.
Hooked me. He better.
It's true though. Duncan did.
He cooked him.
That's the best move I saw.
Duncan's got the hezzy that Duncan Robinson had. Like he's got that. Listen, he's not the dunkyard dog for nothing. So this is a different Duncan Robinson. You know what I love about Duncan Robinson too? He'll play tomorrow. Duncan Robinson will play back to back. Duncan Robinson does not. He'll go out there. He'll play with 9 G Leaguers. He doesn't care.
But that's don't you need more of that?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably. But Duncan Robinson, he goes out there. He goes, "What's this lineup here today that you're giving me?" And he's like the vocal leader. He's getting everybody together.
Let me tell you why. Look at where he came from. So now every time he gets an opportunity to play basketball, he's like, "I'm not giving up one of these opportunities so somebody could replace me like I replaced somebody else."
Right.
Right.
Sneaky Max Strus.
I just reviewed the clip. Oh, I love Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so good.
See, take as many games off as you want.
Take as many.
Wait, can I just tell you as a fan, people get tired of this.
Mm-hmm.
And if it gets to a critical part in the season
mm-hmm.
and Jimmy doesn't perform, you know what's going to happen, right? I'm just saying, everybody's going to talk about, he never plays. He never does this. He never... no, I would just say he's getting old.
You got to watch the documentary, Leroy.
What?
Way he just fought through that. Now
I know all the stuff that happened to him. I'm not even talking about that stuff.
Makes me love him more.
I'm talking only because here's the other thing. You know who went through a lot of stuff the year before? Kyle Lowry.
Yep.
But you remember your attitude towards Kyle Lowry and now the way you are towards Jimmy? It changes. His
first year, there was a couple things though. Like one, my big issue with Kyle Lowry is he wouldn't shoot the basketball,
which is weird, right?
Like that was just
like he
the
came
ball.
in as a scoring point guard, one of the best scoring point guards in the league.
I knew that Kyle Lowry was going through a lot of stuff his first year, and then we knew that it was going through the summer into the next year. It was the third year where it was like. It was just weird. And then
that's when he started.
And he was just getting a little pissy because I think the Heat were like thinking about replacing him in the starting lineup, and it just kind of run its course. It really didn't. I think they kind of outgrew having the Kyle Lowry thing. They needed buckets.
Right. They need buckets from that position.
Yeah. So
just the threat of buckets.
Yes.
He wasn't even nobody even. There was a point in time where they treated him. They gave him the Rondo treatment.
Mm-hmm.
That you can't have that. But I'm just saying, at what point, and I don't want any of this to be true.
Mhm.
Like, I want Jimmy to be able to have a bounce back year and be the guy that he's always been since he's been here for 70 games.
He's not going to play 70 games.
65.
Okay.
Okay?
Maybe.
But you see what I'm saying?
65.
Like, because here, you don't know during the course of a season when those games are going to matter.
I understand.
So to say we got a star that's going to maybe miss 17 at a minimum games before the season even starts. So what happens if he's not playing in one of those critical games and you lose it? And then at the end of the year, you're looking back and going, the same way you were the year before. Jimmy would have played 5 more games. We wouldn't have been in the play-in.
I know it was annoying. They were only out. What did they miss? They were 3 games away from the 2 seed last year. I get it.
So like,
if you're having trouble with load management, though, I'll tell you what you could use. Blue Chew, dude.
Whoa!
Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. What?
Oh, you're all good. All good there.
I don't.
Yeah, load management.
Yeah. You know?
That's good.
Tired?
Yes.
Blue Chew.
Look at that.
Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue. Chew.
Pretty good.
It's online, Leroy. No doctor's visits. No lines at the pharmacy. Just gets delivered right to your door in a discreet package. I got a special deal for all our listeners out there.
Oh.
You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code SHOWPONY.
Showpony.
When you use the promo code SHOWPONY at checkout, you're paying just $5 for shipping, but you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. Now you can chew it and do it. Even got mint flavors. So go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code SHOWPONY. You're getting your first month for free. That's BlueChew.com. BlueChew.com. up until 2. Who's taking off the commercial? You or me, Froggy?
That would be me, sir.
You gonna press it?
I did, didn't I?
Nope.
It doesn't look the same on yours?
Does not.
Oh, actually, you know why? Because you're not even in my thing. Where'd you go?
Oh, man. I don't know. My internet just went out.
Hey.
That's not good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is your box so much bigger than mine?
Oh,
wow.
Look at this.
Oh.
I got a little. Okay, there. Thank you.
You don't gotta get rid of that middle stuff.
I had 3/4 box. I had a quarter box. He's like,
need bigger than a quarter box?
Frog Boy show.
No, it was because we had JFig's camera there. That's why.
I don't know. My computer just blipped out.
Yeah, that was not cool, dude.
I don't know what happened, dude.
Not
It didn't look
cool.
completely normal. I was lost in the sauce of
You know
Jerry.
how to fix that?
Oh, no.
Blue Chew.
I don't know if Blue Chew can help with a lot. It can help with tech issues in the bedroom. I don't know about here during the radio show. I would hope so. Maybe I went too far because even Schmithan was like, too much.
Ooh, load management, huh?
Wow, man. Guess who's at it?
I was just listening to some of that.
Oh, yeah.
I was just starting to listen to that during the break. We'll get that. That was on our sister station in Dallas today. Jerry Jones doing his hit. He was getting getting salty.
But here's the problem. They've been going at him about not making moves all off season.
Right.
And he was like, hey, there's certain decisions we have to make and difficult this. Now he's mad about it?
Well, he was I was listening to a little bit and he was like, don't tell me I should have done it in the offseason. But it's like, but that's what we did. What do I need for San Francisco this week?
Oh, on to San Francisco?
That's what he's on to, dude.
Okay. You sure you want that big of you want to bite out of that apple?
That's what he wants to do.
Because I'm telling you, even without half their team, they still kicking ass. Right? It's amazing.
Crazy. I don't know what's going on here, Marcos. I'll try and come in on the laptop and see if that works for us.
Sure.
For this, but my computer, we're having some company tech issues as it is today.
Wow,
hey, what's crazy?
What's that, dude?
It's absolutely amazing at now.
Mm-hmm.
If our computer goes down and we can't get a picture, we panic. But it's radio. Talking to the mic.
I was.
Okay.
But I was also trying to solve that.
That's right, Leroy.
-1.
No, he's right, dude.
Lash out,
He is right.
Mister.
-1.
Point at your ears. You'll sit there. I have to literally call you because you don't have your site unmuted.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, this is radio.
Yeah.
Like, make sure your mouth is on the mic. We don't care if
I
we can
was.
see your face.
I was. You were talking about Jerry Jones. I was hoping that would give me 30 seconds to get the screen up for everybody.
I got you. Okay.
This is great.
A regular Nick Sirianni radio partner over here.
Me?
You, dude.
Oh my God.
Speaking of Nick Sirianni, he spoke to the media. Yeah, you got a little tag on his feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
And Nick Sirianni, he he walked it back yesterday. Here was the Eagles head coach.
Mr. Laurie and I talk every time after the game. Every time I haven't talked to him yet today. I know how supportive Mr. Laurie has been through everything. I would say this about that. What I was really doing, I was trying to bring energy yesterday, energy, enthusiasm yesterday. And I'm sorry and disappointed on how my energy was directed at the end of the game. And my energy should be all in on coaching, motivating, right, and celebrating with our guys. And so, and I got to have better wisdom and discernment of when to use that energy. And that wasn't the time.
Okay, but
Is discernment a word?
Words mean words, dude. But Nick, here's what I gotta say.
Word for me, dog.
The damage is done, my friend.
Damage is done.
You tried to use your energy. You know what you did. You got in your feelings. You went and you peacocked and chirped at the Eagles fans. Now your boss is like, hey, dude, those are our paying customers. You're acting like a bleep hole. And by the way, I don't know if this is update to you because you've been here for 3 years. You coach in Philadelphia. And now it's I'm going to use my energy in the correct fashion. I was just trying to juice everybody up. And blah, blah, blah. Shut up.
Wow.
Damage is done, Nick Sirianni. What do you got, dude?
Damage is done, my friend.
So I'm going to go back to my dad, who went on for 45 minutes till I finally got the video and realized it was a garden snake.
Yeah.
And
Damage is done.
You made a big mess over a grass snake in the dugout. He said in the dugout.
I gotta be honest with you. You're calling about that snake too.
Huh?
You're calling about that snake too. If that snake is anywhere near you, I know you're making a thing out of it.
No.
Oh yeah.
Look, I mean that's not. He made it sound like we had an Amazon predator in the thing, and some guy just came and picked it up with a towel. So, like, yeah, enough with that, pops. That would be senior. So I guess maybe I got a little bit of him in me too, because I mean that thing it's a big worm.
It's a big worm for me, dog.
Still cleared out that lot. Cleared out that dugout though.
Sure did. Jennifer, damage is done for you.
Well, aside from having to walk to the other side of the building and 2 floors down because nothing works here, there was a brawl during a game.
A brawl was during a game? Like where? Which game?
I love brawls.
It was an NC State football game. There was women fighting in the stands.
Women fighting.
And I know that you guys love watching these videos,
Sure
so
do.
I kind of had to pull it up.
All right.
Are you guys ready to see this?
Absolutely.
Are you looking up?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Ooh, Dr. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Was that necessary?
Wow. What a slap.
Wow.
All right, hold on. We're back to our feet. Where's the brawl though?
That was it. It was all she wrote.
Oh, did you say a brawl?
Yes.
Did you really think
I thought you said a bra.
I could have swore you said there was a brawl on the field.
No, a brawl.
Hey.
A brawl
Hey.
with an L.
I was looking
Listen,
for.
You're out here looking for a brawl when you don't see this happening.
Well, I thought like one of the ladies was going to take the bra off and strangle her. That's what I thought was going to
Hey.
That would be cool.
Can I just tell you why are they keeping the girl who knocked the head off protecting her?
Damn,
she needed to get knocked out.
Lainey Wilson took her down.
That's what I was
I
gonna
will
say.
say-
No,
Look how
not
look how they all backed up.
Whoa.
Oh, did you see Lainey Wilson in the halftime? She was on the sideline for something. She's doing a halftime show.
Okay.
Thanksgiving night.
What are you
be
talking
honest,
about?
I think so. Yeah,
You talking this year?
yeah.
Okay.
She was on Prime or something like that.
Hopefully it goes better than Jack Harlow did last year.
Because can I just tell you, she is country.
Yeah, she's from Mississippi, isn't she?
Wow.
Oh, no, she's from Louisiana.
That's
Yeah.
Kentucky.
There's a lot. No, that's not Louisiana accent.
I think it's Mississippi, though.
That's not Louisiana accent.
Lainey Wilson. I feel like she is from Louisiana. Where is she from?
She was born in
Baskin, Louisiana.
Great.
Baskin.
Oh, they got
Carol Baskin.
I was totally gonna say, dude, she's from LA. So glad you spoke before I did.
Oh my God. There ain't nobody from LA talks like that.
Yeah,
No, you
You're
just went with the
embarrassing.
state abbreviation.
yeah. Not good. Not good, dude.
You 100% said bra, though.
Well, you know what? Whether I said that or
You
brawl,
wait. You did not say brawl.
No, I thought
You said bra.
You did not say brawl.
Good. Marcos?
There was not a great pronunciation on the
knew
L.
I was
that
assuming-
I thought it was a
coming.
fight. Yeah,
See, no, I thought this was gonna be like Bill's Mafia because they'll throw the sex toys on the field. I was expecting like a bra to literally get thrown onto the field at Josh
Wow.
Allen or something like that.
I can't believe
Then
it.
when we went to this fight,
So
I was
sorry
ex-
to disappoint
I was expecting
you.
NC State Lainey Wilson to strangle somebody
Hey.
with her hooter holder.
Oh,
Hooter holder.
You know what? Damage is done for this entire
hey.
segment.
Damage
All
is
these
done.
Hooter holder?
all these years you've been living in Kendall,
Hmm?
English language still kicking your ass.
You know what? It kicks yours sometimes too.
I know. I'm
Leroy.
just saying. I know the difference between a brawl and a bra.
Well, I wear one, so.
Baskin, Louisiana is a town of 250
Yeah.
people.
What?
Is it near Shreveport or is it out west?
That's like less than my high school, like senior class.
It's up.
Yeah, it's near
up,
Shreveport.
It's up the L.
Towards
Here's-
towards Shreveport.
Wow.
Yeah. Froggy, what do you got?
Mine, although not Lainey Wilson, has to do with music. My damage is done goes to Jermaine Cole.
Damage is done.
Why?
That is better known by his
J.
stage
Cole.
name, J. Cole.
He got some new music out.
Yeah, he did. He did
Okay.
drop a new song.
Didn't he try and back off all soft?
Didn't he? So first of all, the whole beef, he had an entrance into it, but then decided, I'm going to step out of the beef and I'm going to avoid any confrontation. Only to now that the beef has been blown over and poor Drake has been annihilated.
He's doing a song with Drake?
No, he has on his new song, Port Antonio. These are some of the lines that are currently circulating around the internet. Hey, Drake, you'll always be my friend. I ain't ashamed to say that you did a lot for me. Forget all the narratives. Tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative.
Oof.
He also said, I pulled the plug because I seen where it was about to go. They wanted blood. They wanted clicks to make their pockets grow. I wouldn't have lost a battle, dog. I would have lost a bro. Oh, how sweet, Jermaine Cole. How sweet, you chicken. I am done with you, dude. Damage is done.
Damage is done.
I don't care if he comes out with the greatest song of all time. I'll never look at him the same. Coward.
Unless you find us another Caleb Martin, That was a good call by you.
And look what happened with that, huh?
Well, it was after, though. He almost won Eastern Conference Finals MVP.
Well, now he's getting free chicken for Philly. Jermaine. Sorry.
Isn't Drake still in very hot water?
Is
He's
he?
always in hot water.
What did he do now?
He's just alive.
He's just being dragged into many
I don't
different
know. Where is he
scenarios.
gone? The only time I see Drake pop up is when he loses a bet.
Yeah, true.
I'm really hoping he bets on Taporia next week.
Dude,
What's up?
I got caught in the snake videos.
Oh,
That's what you've been doing?
he's got caught in a wormhole. Snake hole?
Snake mate,
Minus
Australian
one.
man. You know that
Oh,
video
fair.
from 2018, right?
I don't care. It could be from
2018.
this dude. It's
-1.
It's a giant snake.
Miami Hurricanes got a big time matchup coming up. We'll hear a little bit from the Canes head coach Mario Cristobal on the week ahead. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Third hour of the program. Let's get to headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Got a little breaking NFL news here. There's been a lot going on. Davante Adams is going to the New York Jets after their loss last night to the Buffalo Bills. They dropped to 2-4. A team that's 4-2 right now, Leroy. NFL Network reporting that the Steelers are going to hand the reins over to Russell Wilson this week at quarterback, in spite of them being 4-2 with Justin Fields. His calf is fully healed, and he will get first-team reps this week. They take on the New York Jets on Sunday Night Football.
Be careful, though.
Spicy. I don't know. That could go sideways.
I don't know about that.
I think they maybe have. Here's what's hard for coaches. It's hard to look at wins and losses when you look at effective offense and effective defense, right? Like, you're happy you won, but if you got guys running down the field wide open and your quarterback's not making the plays, and you think you might have a better option, what do you do with that?
I don't know.
You see what I mean? But conversely, if you look at what Indianapolis is going through, they haven't had more success than when Joe Flacco was starting.
They haven't been having more success?
They've had the most success offensively when Joe Flacco was playing quarterback. So even though the quarterback's young and he was winning games, right? The offense looked better with Joe Flacco. And the Steelers have the whole opposite. Like, we got guys open, we're not hitting them.
Yeah, but if you're coming off a week where you rush for 200 almost, like, I don't know, you just like,
it doesn't matter who the quarterback was. It doesn't matter who the quarterback was. Right. These are the things you got to kind of have to. They're watching the film, dude.
I know Pickens has been making a stink over there.
They're watching the film. And so their job is to not only win games, but you're trying to put your team in the best position to win games. So what if Fields is the quarterback and they're winning games, but you got guys running all through the secondary wide open and he's not pulling the trigger? How do you look at that? Conversely, you look at Indianapolis and they're winning games, but you're having more success offensively than you've had all year. And so, like, sometimes coaches got to make decisions that aren't, that a lot of people would think aren't the best decisions, but they have more information than us. So I'm looking at these two situations. They look similar, but they're really not. And they're both making the opposite choices. Like, I promise you, if Justin Fields had come in like Flacco had come in, Justin Fields would still be the coach in Pittsburgh. Quarterback would still be.
It is a little different, though. Like, I know you don't, but, like, they don't have the investment in Justin Fields like the Colts do in Richardson.
Yeah, but again, I mean, let's think of it this way. They had a big investment in Jordan Love, and he only got to play in his fourth year.
Yeah, they had Aaron Rodgers.
But my point is that if he was ready sooner.
Yeah, but Aaron Rodgers like won MVPs.
I know, but if Jordan Love was ready sooner, he would have played. I believe that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because Aaron Rodgers had a great year before they got rid of him.
Yeah, but I think it also is one of those things where, like, it was Frosty. Remember, was he going to retire? All that stuff. Guy really has done everything Brett Favre is. Listen, Aaron, take it easy in the after the career, huh? Let's keep it on the straight and narrow. Let's get to a little Canes talk here.
All right.
Now, the Howard Schnellenberger Trophy is on the line this week.
FAU?
No, that's the Shula Bowl. The Howard Schnellenberger Trophy is Miami versus Louisville.
Oh, okay.
They debuted it last year.
Okay.
I believe it's bronze boots are the is what the trophy looks like.
Why would they do a pipe?
Oh, that's good.
Why would they do a pipe?
I really feel like there's a couple missed opportunities.
There's a pipe. You wait. All the stories you heard about Howard Schnellenberger leaving a pipe at somebody's house. The pipe is synonymous with him, right? Not boots.
Boots.
How is this not called the Schnellen Bowl? What are we doing here, guys?
The trophy will be a bronze pair of boots Schnellenberger wore during his coaching career, donated by his wife Beverly.
Okay, so
So they were his boots. But I'm with you. I understand.
I would go with a pipe, some kind of pipe.
Nothing on the Schnellen Bowl, huh?
Boots. Was he a cowboy?
Tough crowd.
Man, like you guys weren't even born.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. But anyway, my Mario Cristobal, Dolph. This is his thoughts on Howard Schnellenberger and the Schnellenberger Trophy.
I can honestly say it was my father's favorite guy. You know, my dad was about as it can get and didn't like many people. He loved Howard Schnellenberger and always envisioned my brother and I playing for Howard Schnellenberger. But at Miami, certainly, you know, Coach Johnson my dad felt just as strongly about Coach Johnson. So his impact here, first and foremost, we know what it did, right? Changed everything forever and changed the course of history for Miami and for college football. And then the impact certainly that he had at Louisville, that he had at FAU, and just for coaches around the country. You name it, he did it, you know, and when we refer to him as the Godfather for the right reasons, man. He was one of a kind and certainly very missed, but at the same time honored and revered because of all he did.
Goosies.
Tough. Papa Cristobal. Tough.
Tough.
Really tough.
How do you like it?
Wait. How do you think Man Campbell's dad was then?
I don't know.
Woo!
Tough. That's tough.
Man Campbell's dad was a rock. Not the rock.
Just a rock.
Tough.
Man. One of the things that the Canes have to change, they suck off the bye week, dude. They've sucked off the bye week.
And they've struggled defensively.
Yeah, but the bye week, that's been a thing way too long.
Yeah.
Sucking off the bye week.
Well, here, we take situations and put something on them, and I look at it totally different. Like, yeah, you weren't as good as you are now. Like, this team is good. So losing in a bye week on a season where you end up 8-4 or 7-5, like, yeah, you weren't good. It didn't matter when those games were being played. The bye week ain't have nothing to do with it.
You want to know what happened off the bye week?
Who did they play?
Georgia Tech.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
Wait, they had an early bye week last year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, again, that had nothing to do with the players.
Sucked.
What does that have to do with the players?
I didn't say players. I said they. They as a unit.
What do you mean?
I didn't say.
What do you mean? They?
All of them. Are they not a team? Or are they not a team?
Hey, even say if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying all of us didn't say hand the ball off.
Here's Mario Cristobal and why they've stunk off the bye week.
Well, we've been very successful at previous stops at Miami. Our last 2 years, we have not.
Previous stops.
And it's 1,000% related to the level and urgency of practice and preparation. There's a lot at stake on every game. Every game is a conference game. Every single conference game is a playoff game. Everybody's involved in playoff football right now. Everybody's alive. And because of that, you have to be at your very best, and you have to understand you're playing against very, very good players. So I think this group understands that much better than we have in the past. And the expectation is that we come out tomorrow and that we do have our best day of practice and preparation, meetings, walkthroughs, and everything that goes with it, because there's no hocus pocus to it. You got to get right to what needs to be done to have success on Saturday.
Nope. Absolutely not. Are you telling me that with all this stuff you're saying and what he's saying, that you have a different attitude if he took a knee?
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know how ridiculous that is?
How is it ridiculous?
right.
Either win off the bye or you don't win off the bye.
Okay. All right.
Doesn't matter if you lose close.
So why don't?
I'm talking
again,
about what you do.
So
with the
why is
Ducks.
it like so? You pick and choose when it's okay to just get a win and when it's not.
What? Most people, when they say they get extra, when you're a team and you get extra preparation for a team, it's been a thing with Nick Saban or whatever. Like you get that extra prep on a team. If it's I'm not saying like, hey, you're going to take on the number one team in the country. I'm talking about like, hey, pretty comparable talent.
I think they have better talent than Louisville.
They have the best quarterback.
Overall, I think they have better talent.
Louisville quarterback, old.
I think they have more talent than Louisville. Now, Louisville's pretty good, though.
Yeah, they are.
So this is going to be their toughest test. Put your tongue back in your mouth, Marcos. Thank you.
Give me some more from old head coach here, Mario Cristobal.
We live in a different world now. I mean, time, good people, hard work, those things have a really good track record, right? We don't like those things. The word development's like a nasty word in today's society because it takes time, you know? Well, over the last couple of years, we've been developing our culture. We've been developing our standards, our way of thinking and doing, where actions carry a lot more weight than words. And so I think all those things are much more meaningful. I think football, University of Miami football in particular, is really, really, really important to our guys. And they're starting to understand that you cannot compromise the things necessary to be successful on Saturday. If you start skimping on the details of preparation, if you start missing out on the finer points of practice and walkthroughs and eye discipline and assignments, well, then you're going to put yourself in a position where you're not going to be happy with the results on Saturday. So a complete holistic understanding of that is getting better and better, but that process never ends. Human nature is what it is, and you've got to absolutely just get after it every single opportunity that you have to make sure that's at the urgency levels as it relates to that are at the top.
Wow. That's tough. Goosey.
Can I just tell you? That's Mike McDaniel without the
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, that
He didn't ramble.
that is efficient
was
toughness.
close.
Wait.
That's
This
toughness.
answer was a little
Familiar.
long.
It was
This
familiar.
Yes.
answer was a
Oh,
little
you guys are
Oh.
if you're not
It was
revved
a
up
little
after
there.
that.
See,
Are you
here's
ready?
what here's
I am
the
revved
difference
up.
between Tobin and me. I can just call it, right?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter whether I like the guy, dislike the guy. It is what it is. His feelings on how a guy talks, what he says, is based on whether he likes the guy or not.
That's a coach.
But see what I'm saying? Depends on. So if Mike McDaniel was undefeated right now,
He's not. He tried making that argument, by the way, yesterday. I wanted to jump through the roof. Mike
It's
McDaniel.
true.
Oh, get the hell out of here. He was trying to say yesterday some nonsense. Mike McDaniel, he's like, this is like the same season as last season because we're just a different time you're facing ever. Shut up. You boring us to death.
So question. If you finish the season 12-5, are you gonna make a big deal about when you won the 12 and when you won the 5? Because 12-5 is all they care about at the end of the
win
season.
12 games the way they look?
No, I didn't say.
Why do you say things that aren't going to happen?
How many games do you think they're gonna win this year?
I don't know.
You won't even guess.
I don't know. Got to see how they look when Tua
That's
comes
what you
back.
do. That's what you
I'll be fair. Let me see what it looks like when Tua gets back.
Oh no! So 2 weeks.
He'll be back next week.
Okay,
Don't keep adding days.
that's 2 weeks. It's Tuesday.
Okay. You're being cute.
Is it not 2
He'll
weeks?
be back in a week.
He's being technical.
One more game.
Dude, sometimes I want to. Why do you do this?
You're trying to be cute.
Not me.
You're trying to make it longer.
Me. You're the same. You manipulate words and do all that stuff.
Dade South says players only meeting 6-0 during the bye week. That's tough. Canes.
They had a players only meeting.
Yeah.
Oh.
6-0 players.
No
only
one's ever
meeting.
done that while winning.
That's true.
Cam Ward, locked in. Heisman winner.
Oh my God, you guys eat this crap up.
Oh God, you gotta though. I
You
mean,
eat
this is
this
what
crap
this is
up. You
Heisman
eat this
level
crap.
stuff
You
right
eat
here.
this crap up.
Tell you what he's trying to
Yeah.
ward
You know,
off.
we have a lot of meetings in this
Whoa.
building. You're never that enthusiastic about those.
I don't go to those meetings. meetings.
Exactly. Why?
Not players only. If we had a players only meeting, if it was just you, me, the on-air staff, Joe Rose, Hawk Crowder, if it was just Dan Day, I would be fired up for that.
There's no way you could get us all in one room.
No, you can.
That I guess sounds like we're not the Canes.
Join us at Whiskey Stars and Cigars.
Yep, whatever that may be.
That's where we'll have our meeting.
Tell you what, they're trying to Cam Ward off. A letdown.
Oh, look at that. Ward off. See what he did there? You see that? No. And he ruined it.
It's too much. Like, see, but here's the problem.
They don't make that sound effect.
Here's the.
I'm pretty sure they do. We don't know. We don't have them
They're
like.
not mic'd up, so how would you know?
Here's the problem, right? You get so gun ho, and look, that's you right there, Greeny with the Aaron Rodgers.
Don't say
That's
that.
you.
That's not.
That's
me.
you.
That's not me.
That's you. That's how carried away you get
No,
sometimes.
that's not fair.
It is. And so I try to hey, calm down a little bit, dude. Because too much. You don't stop though. Now you got sneaky elephant. You're doing the whole thing. You're telling me how a bunch of kids having a meeting is going to do it.
They've never done that.
Hit that elephant.
No, okay. Well,
last time they did that, Ed Reed was leading the charge. Hall of Famer.
Okay. Well,
Joaquin to dominate.
You know what? This defense ain't Ed Reed. So stop.
No, of course.
Okay.
But Cam Ward. Ooh. Pretty good.
Mish Powell did take boots to asses or belts to asses, though.
What?
Belts.
Thumbs out.
Too much, dude. Calm down.
What?
I'm excited about this weekend because again, they've taken care of business to this point. Barely the last 2 weeks. But this is gonna be their most difficult test.
I think the line was at 3.5 last I checked.
For where's Louisville ranked?
They're not.
They're not ranked.
They're not ranked, and you're only a 3.5 point favorite, and as a top 10 school.
Yeah.
So what is that telling you?
I think the Canes have definitely gotten some doubt over the last couple of weeks, but they've come out with wins.
Now wins are important.
No, the quarterback is incredible. You can't deny that.
When have I ever?
That sounds like you are.
No, I never. I didn't. Wait.
Bit of a denial.
I've never said nothing about the quarterback. Oh my goodness! See what I mean? That's why you can't have real. You talk about having a conversation with kids, right? I mean, it's like I'm saying, "Hey, do you want this? The ice cream's really good." I didn't say crap about the ice cream. I didn't say nothing about Cam Ward. He is awesome. If it weren't for that running back going crazy at Boise State, he would be clearly in the lead. But you got a guy running for almost 1,200 yards in 6 weeks.
Let's see, Mountain West.
Oh, still a lot. But hey, Barry Sanders won it at Oklahoma State.
Well, when are we getting into recent history?
Okay, he did run for 2,600 yards. In a college season that has 13 games?
Anybody do this?
Okay, that's great. That's right. That's fine. Listen, what I'm talking about right now has nothing to do with the quarterback. But let's be clear. The defense has stopped nobody.
Some explosive plays here and there.
Some explosive.
Got the stops when it counted.
Dude.
Bend don't break.
They won last week's game, and the defense had nothing to do with it because you didn't stop them ever.
There's some explosive plays. They came through.
What do you think 38 points
They
is?
had to come up with the stops when it mattered.
Oh, dude, with 38 points.
The Saints, he put a stop to that Mendoza, who tried to flop on the field.
Did try to flop.
Yep.
You saw him?
You are the only person I know that, okay.
Time and place.
Hey, let's mark this.
TMP?
30. Team gives up 38 points. And he's like, you don't think that's going to be a problem this week if they don't get better defensively?
Yeah, I would like it to be better.
I would like it to
be better.
No, you want your team to win?
I would like it to be better.
You want your team to win? You want the Canes to win? Then it better be better. It's simple as that. Anybody who thinks anything differently is losing their damn mind.
Dude, they were aware. They've had the meeting. They've had the meeting.
Did they have the weekend? Did they have a meeting before last week?
Weird game. They made them go to the West Coast. They had to win a game at 2 a.m.
Oh,
they tried to make them sleep deprived Canes. Okay, but you know what they did? They put them in a sleeper hold. The Bears.
Okay, and then I'm just looking at this. The Canes guys. Steven, of course, only gave up 3 in the fourth.
You can always trust the Steven.
Otherwise, you would have gave up 40 plus points. Like, I don't know why. You guys aren't worried about you're not worried about the defense.
No.
Get
the size that matters.
You're not worried about the defense.
I'm more concerned about untimely turnovers than I am the defense.
That's who he is.
I understand.
Okay. But guess what the defense can't do? Give up 38. Okay. And this is not being a hater. This is facts. Dude, you can't give up 38 points and win consistently.
You're encouraging on hater territory, Maybe we should get Louisville signs,
Smith and Smolik, if you're getting worried about the D, Blue Chew. It's like everybody's
got a team.
Just go hand them out. Everybody's got
a
maybe they only scored 20 this week.
What if Cam Ward wins is it disrespectful and distasteful if Cam Ward wins the Schnellenberger trophy and then puts on the brass boots?
Oh,
they don't.
These boots are made for walking.
Hold on. Please stop. The boots are bronze, dude. They don't move.
Nah,
no, you can't.
They're just trying to get under your skin.
Yes, he's mobile. He can get any boots.
Can we take a break? Can we take a break?
They go bootleg.
He's great at the bootleg.
There he is.
The brass
Stay
bootleg.
hydrated, champ. There he is. Stay hydrated.
Bootleg scoop boogie.
Wow.
Still waiting for that play. We've been waiting 6 months for that play.
I showed it to Marcos.
No, you didn't.
No. Where's the board?
You give me a board, I'll do it for you.
You did say you were going to bring your board.
Yeah, you said you were going to bring it. Don't blame me.
We had one.
Oh, Leroy, where's the board?
I'll bring it Friday. Yeah.
Thursday.
I can't bring it Thursday. Doctor's appointments early in the morning. You got my stuff like that.
What?
That's why my veins are popping out of my legs.
Back up for this.
Heart rate ain't right.
Hey, here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2. WQAM is supporting Neighbors for Neighbors and the Hurricane Milton relief effort. If you'd like to donate goods, including tarps, generators, yard waste bags, and canned goods, please drop them off at Global Empowerment Mission Headquarters in Doral. For more info on how you can help, go to WQAM.com. And thank you for your support. Programming coming up tonight. You got Heat and Spurs preseason action. Tip off at the Calais Center is at 7:30, and preheat will get going at 6:15. We will have that game for you here on 560 WQAM. If you're looking for the Panthers, they will be on AM 790 as they wrap up their road trip. I mean, they just continue to just embarrass the Boston Bruins, and I am here for it. It's a delight. And then the Boston media is getting really fed up with it too, which just it's even more of a delight. And like they're trying to goad the Panthers into saying, hey, why are they so rent free? And here's what you got to do, boys. I don't know what to tell you. Go talk to the Bruins about it, because they're the ones with the problems, not the Panthers. What do the Panthers do? They show up and the Bruins lose their minds.
Here's the deal. Like, let's not forget, the Panthers went through this too with Tampa and Carolina, right? So, like, yeah, sometimes somebody's your daddy. You got to deal with it.
Buffalo and the Dolphins.
Me and the Steelers. Oof. Right? Like, it happened.
Swayman was asked yesterday if the Panthers have a mental edge over the Bruins. He said, no. Well, this is just me, Swayman. You just
or basically you're saying that they're just better.
Congratulations on your new deal. You weren't there yesterday when your team needed you, like Sergei Bobrovsky was, by the way. A monster, because he's a champion. And when you need that penalty kill, there he is to shut it all down. But Swayman, you know what I'm tired of with him, to be honest with you? Every single time a Panther just goes by him, he thinks he's so little cute with his little stick tap right onto the pads. And then he acts like, I'm going to fight you. But hey, goalie, you never take off your mask. You don't drop the equipment. You're just there to yap. You're like a Maltese, dude, a teacup puppy in the pipes. Stop yapping, more squatting and trying to stop pucks, Swayman. What?
Too much.
Nah, it's just enough of them. It's enough of them.
Wait. It's like the third game of the season.
Hey, 2-0 in the ones that matter.
Okay, that's fine.
We know which ones matter.
Relax, though. I get it. Yeah, like, listen. Wish you could play Boston all 82.
I don't. They don't want to play hockey. They want nonsense
but
all the time.
Again, the Panthers went through the same thing, right? They went through the same situation where they were playing a style of hockey that wasn't conducive to winning championships. And they had to play a different style of hockey. Now, the style of hockey they're playing now that everybody's trying to play, the Panthers call that Tuesday. So you're trying to be something we are.
It's ridiculous.
But that's in order to get there, you got to make that path. Now, here's the problem. The Panthers have done an incredible job of getting the base and a core to play that way. Guys you never thought would have, right? Or all of a sudden playing this style of hockey that Paul Maurice wants them to play. Everybody can't do that.
You don't have Barkey, but we got baby Barkey because Anton Lundell.
Yeah, but he's pretty big, isn't he?
I know they just call him baby Barkey because he's young.
Okay, because like
we saw him.
He's big.
Who's got better hair, him or Pella?
That's difficult.
I don't know, but they're both about the same size. It seems like.
Man, it's like you can't even sit there and then like these guys are sitting there, they're just yapping the entire
right.
time.
So I like
going after
Can I ask you a
dude.
question? And when you get the win, what do you care about what they have to say?
I find it pathetic.
Who cares?
I find it pathetic. I do.
You take your win. Like, they lost.
Mhm.
They're going to complain,
We're
which
ready,
is the
ready,
same
ready
thing
to
you
next.
do when you lose. When your team loses, you do the same thing, and you just move on.
Huh. Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Really? Were you graceful yesterday on our group chat about the Jets?
Oh.
Did you just take your W and move on? Or did you rub it in Aaron Rodgers' face a little bit?
He earned it.
Oh, okay. Well, they earned it. They keep picking fights.
Come on. Wait a minute. The guy who loses the game and then says, my 20-yard short throw.
That was embarrassing.
Right? Was because the guy ran the wrong route?
And then he went whining to Woody. Go give me my best friend. I need my friend, please. Big baby.
So again.
Ayahuasca.
And that's different. Wait,
more like it.
And wait, let's be clear. Buffalo's not my team. It is not like they beat.
Your team right now is anybody who plays against Aaron Rodgers. I think you root more against Aaron Rodgers than you root for the Browns.
No.
Dolphins.
Here, see, this has become this, but it didn't start off as this.
Mm-hmm.
It started off as me saying these words. Why does everybody think a 40-year-old coming off of an Achilles with an offensive line that gave up 65 sacks is mysteriously going to turn all that around?
You don't care for him. Just say it.
No,
You don't care for him.
Listen, I have to give credit to what he's accomplished.
Great, he's accomplished a lot. I'm not talking about the past. I'm talking about the now.
I could do without his antics.
Yeah, you don't like him.
It's
And
not. No,
you didn't just take your win
it's
yesterday.
Not that.
You were peacocking.
No,
at
I
half. You do.
I
Wait,
quote,
what are we doing?
New coach, same old Jets.
That's you.
He sent one
Did
text.
Big Spoon hack you?
I was responding to you guys. Wait, do you want to talk about me? Wait a minute. I love the way you guys get incite a riot.
I did not.
No,
I did not
no,
text
no.
you anything.
I was
All
just-
I texted you.
I wanted to feel part of the group.
No.
I wanted to feel part of the group.
No. The only thing I texted yesterday. Well, I texted a lot actually
You
yesterday.
texted a lot.
But what I
Wait, hold
texted
on.
you that got you going, maybe,
Hold on,
was that
no.
Eli Apple is back employed.
Oh, wait. Here we go. Hey, this is how it started. Because you know.
Gotta fire him
I'm
up.
a peacock. I'm a raise like I did. I was watching the game and I went,
Chum in the water.
jump in the water. So said the Chargers are signing veteran cornerback Eli Apple, poor source.
Yep.
Okay.
And Greg wanted us. He said, make sure to tell Leroy.
Right. I said,
You don't have to-
I replied,
You don't have to say what I said.
don't matter. Double moves work in any climate. Right?
That was a
And then
minus
we'll
one, by
skip
the
over
way.
some.
That was a minus
Right?
one. Give him a minus one.
What? Why?
That's fine.
You.
What?
-1.
I'll say what I
Sensitive.
said. I'll say what I said. I said, Leroy said, don't matter. Double moves work in any climate. To which I responded. Harbaugh's heart was making a double move on Sunday.
And then I replied, better get a pacemaker now. And then he said, he definitely tells his doctor nothing a cold glass of milk can't fix. And then I replied, he hasn't met Eli Apple.
Then we don't talk for a while.
Then we don't talk for a while. That was at, hold on, let's see.
We
That,
don't
13.
talk for
That was
about
at
45
8.
minutes.
yeah, like 45 minutes. New coach, same old Jets.
That's when they went down 20-10.
Right.
And then, which he responded with a Hail Mary, by the way.
Yes, like right after that. So I'm like, great. And then you reply, he's a wacko, but he's the best at it.
He is good at the Hail Mary.
At the Hail Mary.
He is good at the Hail Mary.
Right. So in what, 20 years, he's hit 3?
I think 4.
4?
They showed the montage, though,
Right.
and then he hit it. You got to admit, that's Goosey's.
Okay.
That's Goosey's right there. That was it.
Then we got going on some other stuff.
Things
Right.
that we probably should not say
Paul-
either.
Yeah. I'm going to say this one, though. Paul George and Joel Embiid already have knee injuries.
Yeah, you can say that one.
And then I'm like, no, can I explain to you guys? Like, anybody who's played in that stadium,
Yep.
the wind at one end of the stadium is brutal. Can't even know, nobody knows why.
I'm sure Rocco.
All the kickers are like just petrified of kicking the ball towards that end of the stadium because that's where the guys walk in and there's like a tunnel in the air and the wind just swirls.
Yeah, I'm sure Rocco from Queens is going to be reasonable about that.
No. I mean, because you got a guy who's been awesome at his job for so many years.
Legatron.
And kick a ball that goes up and then makes a left turn like it's getting off the highway.
Weird.
That has to be wind. You can't kick a ball like that. What is it, bend him like Beckham all of a sudden?
Maybe that's what hit Aaron Rodgers in that throw. Wind.
No. It's 40 in his arm. Oh, I should have threw it yesterday.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, quick segment here because we got to get back on clock. So just to let everybody know, once again, if you guys want to help out the relief effort for Hurricane Milton, you guys can join Neighbors for Neighbors. WQM is supporting Neighbors for Neighbors and is taking donations. If you guys want to donate goods like a tarp, generator, yard waste bags, and canned goods, please drop them off at Global Empowerment Mission Headquarters in Doral. For more information on how you can help, go to WQAM.com.
Interesting
And
thought.
thank you for your support.
Why don't y'all donate some of that toilet paper that and the paper towels that you bought that you're not going to use?
Stop the jumping off point for
Huh?
It's just not, what are you doing?
I'm just saying. Like you got everybody's bought extra stuff.
What are you doing?
Just send it to the people that need it.
These people, some people don't have running water to even wipe their ass. Like, what are you talking about?
Then why do we buy all the toilet paper up?
I don't know. I gotta be honest with you, dude. I don't know about this shortage. I've not come across the shortage that you're running into.
Hold on.
What?
What does running water have to do with you wiping your butt?
Because I'm just saying, like, if I don't think it's like people's number one
It's not
thing.
going to stop you from.
Oh, bidet guy.
I love the
over
debate
here.
that we're coming off of hurricane relief, guys.
No,
Thank
we're just
you.
saying. Like there's
Couple carnival barkers here.
no, we're not.
No, it's okay.
That's the first thing I do. No lie. First thing I do. Okay, what did we get from the storm to prepare? All right, these people are actually going through it. They can use some of the stuff that we bought in preparation for the storm.
Sure.
Right.
Batteries.
But you're not
Yes.
really saying that because what you're really trying to get to here is that people are taking all your toilet paper from Publix.
No!
You don't really want to donate that toilet paper.
No, no.
Did you get your toilet paper?
Huh?
Did you get extra toilet paper?
No.
So then what are you talking
Because
about?
what does electricity have to do with running water?
What?
One is different.
Yeah, but it still can be ruined in a storm.
Okay.
Donate.
I just think every time we go through something, the first thing that leaves the counters is toilet paper and paper towels. I'm still trying to figure out how. Why? Pandemic. Everybody went and bought up all the toilet paper and paper towels. Really?
If you guys want to donate to Leroy Horde, who is not,
I don't want to
toilet paper
donate.
right
I
now,
don't need donation.
Clearly, you're
I'm
neat.
donating.
bring it to the Citadel because we need toilet paper for the Horde household because
There's-
you guys
hold
stole
on.
all of it.
There is
So
no
first
one.
go to the Global Empowerment Headquarters in Doral and donate tarps, waste bags, and canned goods and generators.
Yes.
But then also, some of you, please, to the Citadel down here at Little River, please bring us some toilet paper for Leroy Horde.
Can I just say this? Is there anybody that knows?
I honestly wanted to be in for 30 seconds to get us back on clock, but
Okay.
please
Technically,
do.
He does not
No,
want
does
toilet
it-
paper
like,
here.
you
because
know
he
where I'm
lives
from,
here.
right? So I know about what hurricanes do to a region. Like, I'm just saying. Like, that's usually the first place you go. All your extra stuff that you went and bought unnecessarily, those are the first things that are good to donate.
Understood,
Okay.
but your rant there wasn't about the necessities of a hurricane. It was the wackos taking too much toilet paper from Publix.
I'm saying the first thing to go shouldn't be toilet paper and paper towels. That's all I'm saying.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. The Heat and Panthers all in action tonight. Let's get to it with our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, and the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Jerry Jones
Flip out.
lost, got a little sensitive.
The problem with Jerry is they've been asking these questions all summer.
Yep.
And the Bills do. Now you got to respond. You got to either eat it or you can't get mad at the other people because they've been asking questions the whole offseason about, hey, we didn't do anything. We didn't sign anybody. The team didn't get better. All of these things. Is this not accurate? They've been saying it all summer.
So he was on our sister station in Dallas, 105.3 The Fan with, it looks like his name is Shan, but I'm guessing his name is Shane. Like he just tries to do it cool.
Oh, no way. No E at the end?
Shan and RJ. It's got to be Shane, right?
That's fine.
He's going long A there. I'm going to assume it's Shane and RJ. Sorry, Shan. But either way, he was on that show, their morning show. He does a weekly hit. And I listened to the interview. We're going to play the clip that's obviously going viral because he threatens their jobs.
Oh.
But I didn't think they were being disrespectful, and I did not think they were being.
No, they were asking the same questions.
I think they were being completely fine.
Right.
The only thing that he said was a little snarky. I know he said, "Look, Jerry, this isn't 1970." He goes, "I know, because I was there." I'm like, all right, very good. But here was Jerry Jones. This was on Odyssey's 105.3 The Fan in Dallas, and the Dallas Cowboys owner getting in his feelings.
I'm interested on a damn phone call with you over a radio and sitting here and throwing all the good out with the dishwater. You have got to be smoking something over there this morning. I'm not. And I really don't, and I don't even want our listeners to listen to me. To talk about, this is not your job. Your job isn't to let me go over all the reasons that I did something and I'm sorry that I did it. That's not your job.
Well, my job is to ask
why.
why.
A job, or I'll get somebody else to ask these questions, man.
Jerry, we're trying to figure out why the team is.
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. You're not going to figure out what the team is doing right or wrong. If you are, or any 5 or 10 like you, you need to come to this meeting I'm going to today. There are 32 teams here. You're geniuses.
Jerry,
okay. Y'all really think you're going to sit here with a microphone and tell me all of the things that I've done wrong and without going over the rights?
Well,
now, listen, we both know we're talking to a lot of great fans and a lot of great listeners. And I am very sorry for what happened out there Sunday. I'm sick about what happened Sunday. Now, I'm not talking to these yahoos on the end of this phone. I'm talking to you, the fans that are listening this morning. Wow. And we can spend a lot of time going over zigging and zagging. One of the stupidest things I've ever done that anybody has ever analyzed is by the Cowboys. It was an idiot that did that. So idiot things can turn into good decisions. Okay? Smart things can turn into bad decisions. The facts are that when you make one, you don't really know whether it's going to be good or not at the time. So let's just go ahead. I'm trying to answer your questions, man. You want some conversation this morning? You're getting it.
Gosh.
Let's say this.
Sensitive, dude.
Whether he's sensitive or not, he really didn't say anything wrong.
It's spicy.
But and we didn't.
You want to know what can I just say though, Leroy? The classic rich guy move
is to say I have your job.
Well, it's not even that. I don't even know if he's threatening his job or saying he's going to go to a different show on the station. Whatever that is, because I don't know what power maybe Jerry Jones really has to threaten there. Like I've said things that have upset people in the market and whatnot. But the thing that I always find funny is they said even buying the Cowboys wasn't a smart decision. What does that have to do with anything? You've obviously, Jerry, had a lot of success in your life. Congratulations, dude. But all off season, everybody has been saying you guys were set up for disaster.
All you had to do is get Derrick Henry.
That's all it's been said the entire time.
Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry, and you signed Ezekiel Elliott.
And now you're going to sit here and act like, don't tell me about hindsight or I'll have your hind.
Right. Here's the problem.
See what you did there. Pretty good.
Jerry said a lot of correct things, but he kind of went too far with he almost should have just stood up on the soapbox and said, I know more than you.
Mm-hmm.
And which they could have responded, well, no, you don't, because Derrick Henry plays for
Baltimore. But here's the other thing too is this is where I would take issue with Jerry. Like, you're not the coach, you're not the quarterback, you're not the player. You're under no obligation to do as much media as he does. He likes it.
He does it right.
He likes it. He likes all the attention. He likes having his voice on it. It's a different style.
So you got to play. You got
no other owner does it.
Right.
I will give him credit for, I guess, making himself ill, but he also wants to be. But don't expect after getting blown out 47-9. What did you think you were going to go into that morning? And by the way, wasn't even that hostile.
Right.
Just like, hey,
I don't even know what the question was. See, I like a lot of times we play.
It's a hijacker. It's one of those where he was like going. They were trying to get off the ground. Like, yeah, but like the decision. You know, don't tell me about the decisions. And so he's very clearly just bothered by the way his team is playing. Those guys did not ask anything.
He admitted it. He said as much. I mean, but so my question would be this. What kind of Jerry Jones did you think you were going to get this morning or when this happened?
But what did he think he was going to get?
I mean, I'm just saying he did the interview. If you're asking the questions, you got to know that he's going to go off on anything you say.
Sure, but if you have him on your radio show and you say something like, Jerry, do you think it's time to give up the team? Jerry, do you think it's time for Steven to take over? Okay, you're poking the bear.
Right.
But like things that, like you said, have been discussed all off season.
Right.
I'll get other people to ask me these. Well, what do you think they're going to ask?
Ask you the same question.
What do you think they're going to ask?
They're going to ask you the
well, there's old
question.
Noodle arm.
He was totally on the other receiver, Aaron. Punting.
Wow.
The punting at the end.
Why? I don't understand with the punting because Pat McAfee's a punter.
No, because he always wants to talk
no,
about
because
punting, dude.
That's it.
I don't know. Hey, did the guy on the right, what's his name? Hawk?
Yeah.
Looks like he had a little work done.
You know,
Perhaps.
you always say that.
Looks like he's
little injections.
Wind
Lift it on up.
Yeah.
My problem is you never leave your house, AJ Hawk. You're always.
You know, oddly, he only seems to leave his house when McAfee's on the road. Then he goes back to the
I
studio.
don't understand that.
He just doesn't like McAfee. You know, he's a real football player. He's not a
Look,
punter.
It looking rather tight, right? Wind tunnelish.
Yeah, I would say. I get what
I
you're
mean, look
saying.
at where his hairline is.
He's got those Pella cheekbones he's trying to pull off. You know,
I
hair's
mean,
not
or
as good.
Not everyone can pull that off.
His hair's pulled back.
Look, they got a Davante Adams cameo.
Hey, see everybody?
Whoa.
See? Well, that's not going to talk about it because Davante Adams is here punting.
Classic Rat McAfee move.
Okay.
Classic move. You know?
Wow, I mean,
Isn't it-
wait.
Isn't that just
Can I
an
ask a question? How the hell were they talking about a trade this morning and dude's already in New York?
Oh no! He took a red eye this morning.
No,
by the
he
way.
didn't.
He took a. That's what they said.
No,
red eye.
No, you know what a red eye is?
Yeah, it's the last flight.
Huh?
It's like the wee hours flight.
It's the flight that leaves at 12 and gets here.
Yeah, they took.
Oh, really? So it was done by 12 o'clock. That's not when we start hearing about it.
No.
This morning, they flashed up there. First time you saw it, after 10 o'clock, finalizing a deal.
Mhm.
He's already there. If they did it at 10 o'clock, wait, our show started at 10. We saw the first messages at 10, right? First, 10:15, 10:30. Came right after JFig got here. What time did you get here? 10:15? Okay, got you. All right. So,
You know what? Mine is
So-
you're lashing out on me for no reason.
so
For lashing out.
that red eye landed at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. So it was already done. Finalizing.
He didn't take a
Finalizing.
That dude was in a hotel bed last night.
Yeah.
Trust me. He was staying.
Look at all the energy he got.
He
ain't even got no red eyes, nothing.
That man was.
That's why they call it the red eye.
That man was in a king size bed last night in New Jersey.
Yep.
Let's not talk about that. You guys screwed the pooch
Wait,
last night.
let's not talk about that dunk. Yep. Another 3,000 more of those throws.
Poor
You'll be
Mike
down here in
Williams.
Florida.
Poor Mike Williams. Hey, Mike Williams.
Huh? No, we don't want him.
Why not?
No.
Odell. I mean, that's our third guy, Odell Beckham, right now.
Is he? You think he'll be? Look, we just need him to be ready next week. So get you a couple of plays in.
Nah, you guys aren't gonna have me on this here radio, and I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to those Cowboys listeners.
Yeah, Jerry, I think you should have made those moves too, man.
Wait, Tobin doesn't know a red eye, but definitely knows a ribeye.
Oh, I love a ribeye.
I don't like ribeyes. Too much fat.
Oh, there's not many pieces of meat I don't like.
But I don't like the meat with all the fat on it. I like the lean meats.
I found out my fiance thinks beef only comes in ground.
What?
Like, she just constantly buys ground beef.
Oh.
Like 3 packs of ground beef. I'm like, beef comes in other ways, right?
She never had a steak?
Okay, this is the thing. She goes from filet mignon to ground beef. There is no in between.
She never had a good strip steak is good. I don't like skirt steak, but skirt steak.
Josiah says, Dolphin season's so bad, we're just watching other teams for entertainment. Misery loves company, dude. It does help.
Let me tell you.
It does help. Try it on for size.
Especially if they're in your division.
Yeah.
But
you got to play them twice.
I do.
Look, finalizing a deal to trade Adams to the Jets. He's on the screen below you.
What's a replay?
Still. That was at 10 o'clock.
I know.
That's my point.
-1.
That's not -1. Oh, that I didn't realize it was a replay?
For replay
I
watching.
mean, you don't even realize that games are replays sometimes.
Because let me tell you that what they used to do, put it in the screen real light that it said replay. I'm like, damn, these Marlins.
We will get a little more comfort from our weirdo
I must
long-winded
admit,
coach.
I've watched the replay and ordered pizza and didn't get the deal.
Damn.
Yeah. Like they just won.
Take a break. Back after this. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Miami Dolphins getting set for the Indianapolis Colts this week as they'll try and even up their record. 2-3 on the season. They will take on Anthony Richardson.
Hello, Tobin.
Hello. Hello. The Hobnob twins, the two of you.
No, we were talking to Marcos because let me just tell you something.
What?
I sometimes question Marcos' intelligence.
Wow, jeez.
He says some dumb stuff.
I'm sorry, man.
But no,
God, it's fair.
What did you say?
What did he say during the break? Forget the whole Laney Wilson thing.
Oh, that was rough.
Right? That was a different one.
That he thought Laney Wilson was from LA.
Oh,
yeah.
So we had a conversation. We were talking about food. You know,
of course.
I said, y'all like chicken parm? She says, I'm not really a fan of chicken parm. And I said, my wife makes them with chicken thighs. Awesome. Stay nice and juicy. Sometimes, you know, the things she goes, I
Don't know if I like that.
I said, do you like veal parm? He goes, baby cow.
Baby cow.
Yeah.
Veal.
Like baby backs.
Baby back ribs.
So that's what I did. It's funny because I took a deep. I went.
We both just looked at each other. We're like, shut up.
Same thing. Veal, baby back ribs. Where do you think they get them from? The stork? Grow up, guys.
No, like, you know, baby backs and St. Louis ribs grew up in the same neighborhood. Jesus.
Yeah, one of them was an adult.
No.
Yeah.
One's just down the street.
One of them became a saint.
One's down the street. They still come from the same animal.
Ah.
You didn't know that. You thought baby backs come from a different animal?
A piggy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So do St. Louis ribs.
Nah.
The same pig.
That comes from a hog.
Oh my God. Dude,
Sweet.
you are one of those people that just sit down and say, I don't know what it is or where it came from, but it's delicious. That's you.
Chicken. As long as it's not seafood, I'm good to go.
All right, Froggy.
Wait.
Yeah, says the person who got
Grabbed him?
airplaned into. Yeah.
Oh
Disgusting.
my goodness.
All right,
Look.
Froggy back ribs.
Okay.
Can you give me Mike McDaniel making no sense about where this Dolphins season is at after and comparing it to the last 2 years?
Oh, yes, I totally can.
You don't have it, do you?
No, I don't.
Because he was trying to figure out where baby backs came
I
from.
know exactly where they come from, dude.
I want my Froggy back, Froggy back, Froggy back, Froggy back, Froggy back ribs.
Wow.
Is this the one that JFig distracted you from?
Yes, it is indeed.
Wow.
It is indeed.
I wasn't even
No,
talking to
she was
him.
in
No, he
there
said he was
yelling.
like yelling at you the last time around.
I was yelling.
He
Yeah.
was yelling at me.
Wow.
Well, look, either way, your yelling, my yelling, still gonna be shorter
right.
than this Mike McDaniel cut. So be happy.
Ironically,
What is he?
this season for the Miami Dolphins is no different than the two previous in my mind. How do I say something like that? Well, like you win, you lose, you have stats that are favorable, you have stats that aren't, but you have to find adverse situations to grow through as a team, so that when you're building up for however long, I mean, when you really think about it, single elimination or elimination games, whether that's to get into the playoffs or that's that you're in the playoffs, those elimination games are buildup of a lot of work, and you need a team that is used to high stress situations. One way you can induce stress is, have a 3-game losing streak early.
Oh, we done?
Oh, he's done.
We were take a trip to the bench.
I was going to say, one of the ways you can induce stress is listening to you.
What?
Listening to Mike McDaniel's a way I can induce stress.
Like,
Man.
Like, what was the question? Does it matter?
Does it matter?
Like, he was going to answer with that answer. That was next up in line. Whatever you asked the question, that was his next statement.
What was the question? I think that's always what people say when they get done listening to him is, what was the question? And it's just like, how could I say that this year is the same as
Oh,
the
that's
last 2
it.
years when
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
never been under five, when I've never been over 500?
Yeah.
Glad you asked. It's exhausting.
I mean, here's what sucks. When you try to actually listen to it, the way he's trying to make sense of it is to kind of simplify it and not make it extreme one way or the other, right? To keep everybody focused. I understand that. That being said, you lose a lot of people with your explanation because it's not, even though I get it because I've had coaches that talk like this all the time. A lot of people can't pick out the good parts.
But like, I get what he's saying. Like, you're always like, adversity can come in a lot of forms, is basically what he's saying.
Everybody has it, and everybody goes through it during the course of a year.
Right. You're either going to be battle tested by it later, but it's going to come. But
Right.
like, he's been spitting that same thing the entire time he's been here.
Yep.
And dude, you can't, Mike. I know that you don't have Tua. Okay, granted, I'll give you that. You can't tell me this isn't the worst the football team's ever played under your leadership.
Yeah, but what here? I think what he's trying to say is that every year a team's going to go through certain things like this, right? At different parts of the season. And you got to learn how to deal with them and whatever. The fact that they're going through it now is just the timing is different. But that you're going through it during the course of the year is not. You understand what I'm saying?
I don't buy it though.
Of course you don't buy
I don't
it.
buy it though.
I get the fact that you don't buy it. So here, let's take last year. Last year they went through this the last month of the season.
Yes.
Okay, so what if I take that
Which is what they all
hold on. If I take that last month of the season and plug it here now,
Mhm.
and then have that stretch that they went on in the middle of the season at the end of the season.
But see, the problem when you do things like that is it's assuming you're always going to even it out. There's going to be a yin and yang, and
Right,
that you're
but
not
that's-
just continuing a slide.
That's what
down.
he's saying.
But no,
That's
to me
what
it's
he's saying.
But to me it sounds like he's saying, "Oh, this is just our rut now, and it's going to get better."
Yes.
When to I think any Dolphins like, no, dude, we've been in the rut.
He didn't say it was going to get better, but he said everybody goes through this at some point during the course of a season, and you have to deal with it.
But it's like his point to me is saying like you need like to know how to go through hard times.
Yeah.
And it's like you should know already.
Well,
we've been through the hard times.
But here's the difference. The Dolphins' hard times have always been losing your star players. It hasn't been one star getting hurt. It hasn't been, no, it's been all of your pass rush, all of your wide receivers, your quarterback. Like, it's been that. So it's a little bit different from that standpoint, but to have to go through it, everybody goes through it every year. How did all of those blue shirts let him catch that ball? Look at him.
Very distracted by the television today.
So you understand what I'm saying? I get what he's saying. I'm not saying I necessarily
You don't get what
agree with. No, I do.
Your reaction when he was listening was not that of.
Well,
I
I'm
got
always
it.
going to react like that because he takes a long time to
Can you
put
give
it
me
this
just-
way.
give me the
Mike
start of
Mike
him again?
McDaniel drives around the world to get next door.
Let me get him revving
That's
up his
the
engine.
gist of his conversations.
Ironically, this season
trust
for the Miami Dolphins is no different than the two previous in my mind. How do I say something like that? Well, like you win, you lose, you have stats that are favorable, you have stats that aren't, but you have to find adverse situations.
Fine, okay, I get it. But like
Usually-
nobody asked you to. Nobody was questioning you. Like we're not on the debate stage here.
How do I do that? Yes. Good question.
What are you, a professor?
Like he has his own follow-up questions.
And
Who does that?
How do we get here?
Who does their own
He
follow-up
he
questions?
legitimately doesn't need any reporters there. He'll answer. He'll sit up there for a half hour himself. You might as well just have the Mike McDaniel solo podcast.
Solo podcast.
Just like let Mike McDaniel go up there, riff for 30 minutes. on what he wants to riff on.
Ramblings from a football coach.
Be like, all right, great. We have a question in here from Adam from Pembroke Pines, and Adam is asking me, "Hey, dude, what the bleep?" Glad you asked.
Glad you asked.
You know what?
You know what I do miss from the last year, Mike? Though, it's just me.
Points.
Yeah, touchdowns. That's what I miss.
But again, you don't have your quarterback.
Just come on, man.
How many times
You got a turnover on the 6. The 6.
How many times are we going to listen to the Mike McDaniel solo podcast and hear one of these?
You know, I anticipated this question.
I bet you did, dude. I bet.
So
Right.
I get what
The Mike
he's saying.
McDaniel podcast
Here.
is brought to you by Blue Chew.
Classic.
I get what he's saying. I understand what he's saying. Right. It still doesn't mean it doesn't put me to sleep.
Oh, dude.
But I get what he's trying to say. And keep in mind, the other thing you need to understand is Mike's a very positive guy, right? He's always going to go at things in a positive light. So that's why his answers are the way they are. How do I look at this? Like, we've been through this the last 2 years, and now we're just getting there at a different time, right? And like, what he fails to realize is neither time did you actually get through it.
No.
At that point, it was the end.
Yeah, he keeps saying these things like adversity is an opportunity. And
Well, that's what, yeah. Like,
they never use the opportunity to get over the adversity. It's like it never happens. It's always, this is going to pay off. And I think the fans are just sitting here be like, when?
Yes. And again, understand that what his message is to his team and not necessarily to you. If he ever is not that positive and he goes negative like the fans want him to go, like, yeah, they're aware of what's going on. And behind closed doors, he may guys, we're not playing very good right now. We got to pick it up.
We'll take a break. Play a little mixed bag to close things out on the other side. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. We got Panthers action tonight. Cats, 7 o'clock puck drop from Columbus. You could hear that on AM 790. And the Heat, preseason action tonight. This is game 3 of 5 against the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama, I believe, is supposed to play tonight. He sat out the last game. So we will see that big-ass windsock. He's good. Wow. What, you call him that?
It's your nickname.
What, harsher when I say it? Same thing you said, dude.
You just were a little more aggressive.
Was I?
Yeah, you were.
I don't think so. One thing that we do know, the Heat are going to mix the him on up. But also, Froggy.
Yeah.
He's going to mix things up here.
Yeah.
The Mix Bag is brought to you by Hella Larson's hair, man. Look at that thing. Gorgeous.
You have mentioned that 3 times today.
Already.
Stunning.
Already.
So
Stunning.
stunned by it.
Pretty good. He is not lying. It is indeed pretty good. This mixed bag starts with a bit of a crossover in sports. We have seen YouTuber Jake Paul take the boxing world by storm.
Yeah.
Well, not really by storm, but nonetheless, he has caught the attention of Miami Dolphins tight end Jonnu Smith. I think you mentioned to us that he partakes in some boxing.
He was telling reporters yesterday that if he didn't play football, he'd always thought he'd like boxing because he's from Philly.
Well,
so that's like that would be his he says, I don't think I'm tall enough for basketball, but he's into boxing. He really likes boxing.
Who would be his first opponent upon retiring, you ask? None other than Jaketh Paulino. This is what Jonnu Smith had to say.
I might try to hop on a car, fight Jake Paul or something. See. Everybody doing it, man. Everybody doing it. The chin is good. It's all in the neck. You know what I mean? It's all in there. I got a strong neck, man. So it's all in there. I will have a pretty strong chin. So I'm gonna see what's up with may check something out after that, man.
Think Jake Paul will still be doing? I don't think Jonnu Smith is old. So like, we think Jake Paul's gonna be doing this for much longer?
Somebody say Jonnu Smith plays football.
He had his best performance the last time out.
He did indeed, which was very good for my fantasy team because you told me he was going to be the next thing, Mike McDaniel. Not you. Do you guys want to hear the scariest voice in the NFL?
Calais Campbell?
Yes.
Indeed, our boy Calais Campbell. Although very scary looking human being.
Yep.
Also very kind as well. And stands side by side with other fellow Giant, Zach Sieler. This is Calais Campbell. What he likes from the most handsome man on the Dolphins roster.
Sieler is a great player. It's kind of funny because I see him as like this great player. I never see him as a Division II. Got him just barely made it. That's kind of funny, but. Perspective is important, but he's one of the reasons why I came here, right? I think he's a great ball player. He's a natural born leader. And he loves the game of football, plays it passionately. Everything he has, I think, some of the best things about a guy like him who had to, is a football term we like to get it from the mud, is undrafted, grinded out. Work his way until being a starter, has been a backup for a few years, is that you realize that it's the small things done well that allow you that success. And so a lot of times it's going back to the basics and doing it well versus, when you have the guys like superstars early on and, sometimes you think you can just win on talent and not the work. And, so it's good for a guy like him who just understands it's always the work.
What are you laughing at, buddy?
Calais is overventilating. I don't even know what that means, but it was funny. What is
I'm
over?
chuckling a lot over there.
Because I kept reading it.
You
I'm
were
like,
chuckling.
I kept reading it. And I'm like, I still don't know what the hell it means, but it's funny.
I wonder, you know what I wondered about Zach Sieler?
What is he? Too much air?
Yeah.
So I was just to myself trying to.
Trying to think. It's some big lungs.
Right. So I was just
Big everything. You know what I've always wondered though with Zach Sieler? You know how Zach Sieler like used to live in an RV?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious about this because so too did Tyson Fury. Like Tyson Fury. Did you ever watch the Netflix show with Tyson Fury?
No.
Sometimes Tyson Fury had already made it, right? Like he had already made a ton of money. But he lives in a giant mansion with all these damn kids. And sometimes Tyson Fury, he would just have to leave and go to his trailer like a gypsy. And so like he'd tell his wife, I think his wife's name is, Paris, I need to get out of here. I need to go to the trailer. And so he'd go and just leave and go to the park was literally like right next door to the mansion. But he would go live in the trailer for the night because he just needed to be back to where he grew up. And so I wonder for Zach Sieler, now that he is a very rich man and I'm sure lives in a Bass Pro Shop paradise, do you think he ever feels to himself, I miss the RV. I need to go sleep in it for a night.
No.
I feel like he does.
Maybe hunt a couple boar, get some baby back ribs.
Marcos, please.
What?
Let that
Please,
dude. Let
don't
that
embarrass
go.
So you don't think that Zach Sieler behaves like Tyson Fury?
No.
Interesting.
No.
I think he might.
I think he would.
No.
Just to get the feel.
I think he does enough hunting and fishing and traveling that it's football season. He don't need to get away.
Josh Hart says Calais Campbell is the opposite of helium. Calais gas.
But I'm just saying, I just thought it was hilarious that I kept reading it. And I
If
couldn't
Calais-
figure out what the hell it meant.
If Calais Campbell did suck down helium, would it just sound like a normal voice?
Just like talking, just be a normal guy.
I think his
Perhaps.
voice, if he sucked on helium, his voice would still be dark. Deeper than mine.
Helium, more like herdium.
What else you got, Marcos, in the mixed bag?
Ooh, I don't want to hear that one.
No, -1.
Oh, almost got away with it.
-1.
We have enemy number 1 on Tobin's book, Jaylen Waddle.
Whoa!
Yeah,
That's a little strong. That's a little strong. I did not
Why?
say he's my enemy. I love Jaylen Waddle.
I don't know if this
You
is
have a
third,
weird way of showing it.
Your third most favorite Dolphin.
Yeah, well, you also said
Jaylen Waddle's a bum. That's not what off the team already and trade him for Davante Adams. That's not fair.
too late.
That's not fair. That's not how that came out. That was taken out of context,
Already
and that's
done.
not what I said. All I have, I'm not even going to reiterate what I said because you'll just use it against me.
Wow.
But I just want to be clear, Jaylen. I did not say those words in that way.
How about this one? Calais sounds like he could have blown Hurricane Milton the other direction.
Like he's a giant cloud.
like he's like when he talks, category 3 come out of it.
What did my third favorite Dolphin have to say?
Not sure if he was being truthful with this statement, but Jaylen Waddle says he's fine with us winning with the run as long as, we get the dub.
Anything to win. It's all about just getting that win, getting in the win column. If it's running the ball 40, 50 times, that's what we got to do. If it's throwing the ball, that's what we got to do. Anything to win at this point, at any point, is key.
Charlie hasn't been with any tough catches over the middle, that's for sure.
Clip that.
Okay. Trust me, there's like an entire.
You got to get back on track.
What did I do?
Nobody
Jaylen
cares
Waddle,
how.
haven't seen your touchdown dance since before last Christmas. Those are just facts. Jaylen Waddle's on an 8-month touchdown fast.
He's not Jewish.
What?
Other people can fast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like Tyreek Hill, super fast.
People going water fast. People going fast, not just Jewish people.
What?
When was the last time you went on a fast?
I've never been fast at anything in my life.
No, the other fast where you push the plate away.
I said what I said.
You just answer a different question and stick with it. I fast for that one morning in Lent.
What about before surgery? Don't you have to fast?
That's just
Or remember
well, here,
when that
here's what sucks.
appointment or something?
Here's what sucks.
Oh yeah.
So if I have the surgery early, right, then it's 7 to 7. So I could just fast at 7. But the last time I had surgery, it was all the way at 1 o'clock. So I was hungry. That's the worst. And then the surgery took longer than normal. So I went from, this might be a Leroy record. I went from 7 o'clock the night before till 8 o'clock the following day.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't like
You
that.
best. And thank God I was groggy because everything looked like chicken. Everything. Everything walked by. I'm like, let me get that leg. Let me get that leg.
You were visualizing like a.
I said, is it spicy? Yeah, let me get that.
You're visualizing like a Looney Tune.
Yeah. Dude, I was so. I never been so. And Mel goes, hey, big fella. She said, why don't you don't go to the greasy, spicy chicken? Why don't you have a piece of bread first? I'm like, because, whoo.
That is the mixed bag for today. That is our show for today, ladies and gentlemen. We will talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Monterey.
Whoa, wow. Ooh.
Number 4.
WQAM is supporting neighbors.
Everybody.
That's why it's Tay-Tay's version, dude. You wanted me to go to this giant Serbian and say, here's my impression of your mother?
Yeah, what a show pony.
Hope you mother have a good day.